There we go.
Dude, what are some songs with dinosaurs in it?
It's a miracle the cameras are all moving.
Okay,
Top
we
10
are
dinosaurs.
ready.
Do the Dinosaur is a pretty good song with dinosaurs in there.
Wait, what's it?
Do the Dinosaur?
Open door, get on the floor.
Oh, that's the
Walk
dinosaur.
Do the Dinosaur.
I think it's Walk the Dinosaur.
When
Give-
I
give
Google
us the
Google
recap.
that- when I oh.
Shut
I
up,
don't
Ian.
need to-
Give us the
Shut the fuck
recap.
up, Ian.
Okay,
Piece
so
of
last time on Waterdeep, you had just escaped the this interdimensional sanctum of Manchun with a little help of Archmage Varsa Safar, the Black
But
Star.
all my teammates are clones.
All your teammates are now maybe clones, maybe not. Following that, you wanted to get some rest, but you were summoned to the palace of Waterdeep for an audience with Laeral Silverhand, the Open Lord. She wanted, it was a bit of a one-on-one, wanting to get information out of you, perhaps offer some aid, after coming to terms with both parties at the table, you guys split and went back to Trollskull Manor. At least most of you did. Jet, you went off back to the pagoda.
No, that was after we talked. They went to the Blackstaff first, and then we went back to.
Right, you're right. Yeah. So that's why you were late to the meeting with the Open Lord. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. And Max, after you went back to your house for a bit. Okay, and the plan was to wait until the evening, prepare for the second night of the manor, or for Trollskull Tavern being open.
I have some talks I want to do first before.
Yeah, so right now it is around 3 p.m. in the afternoon, still plenty of time. So yeah, Jess, I suppose take it away.
Yes. After we had figured out what the ball did, the sun sphere did, in guessing we're still in Raven's study at that point. Raven would Jet.
I'm assuming you kick Nat out of the study for a bit.
Yeah.
Why is she always in my study? I don't allow this.
Yeah.
Confirmation.
Nat, could you go out for a bit?
For a lot.
Okay, yeah, she you throw her out.
Yep. And I'm pretty sure my Jet is like in this corner here. There we go. The plan is to at least delay this for another day, correct? To not go and try to find the vault this evening, at least.
Raven is like swaying on his feet, badly injured, completely out of all, ability to do anything, with nothing to his name but a fully charged wand of binding, and says,
Ooh.
Yeah, no, the plan was to deal with that tomorrow.
I do believe it would be in our favor to delay it even further. It has come to my attention that we might be able to get an edge over Jarl Axel in there. Possibly, at least.
How so?
He has an unexpected, someone unexpected has taken an interest in his ships. You remember the bronze dragon and or was it a copper dragon, Jacko?
Bronze dragon.
You remember the bronze dragon in the harbor?
Yeah, funny enough, when we swam down into the bottom of the ocean, which I'd never done before, to speak to a dragon that I'd never seen before, it kind of stuck in the memory.
It seems to have taken interest in your Axel's ships, and it's been seen swimming around underneath them.
Ooh. Did the dragon want treasure, or am I making that up?
The dragon does indeed want treasure. It's
Ooh.
very interested in treasure.
It has to be waterproof treasure.
No silks.
No fire allowed.
No paintings.
And your Laxel has a lot of it. Not only that, he's not exactly a what do we call it? A good character. Someone of good
Yeah.
character.
Okay. So what, you think we got an opportunity to turn the dragon against Jarl Axel?
I do indeed. That it would be at least worth a try. And with that, I do believe that he would need to be a bit more careful how he handles us as well.
Okay.
Also, it would be quite good if we could delay it for, I wouldn't say exactly personal reasons, but after we got more information about the Sarafas, my temple had sent out words for aid, and they seem to be a couple interested people are coming to the city within the next coming days, and it would be good for me at the very least if they were to arrive before we.
Okay. This is a lot to take in. Let's include the other two in this conversation at this point instead of hiding in their study. I think they're downstairs, right? Hey, they're downstairs.
Well, in the meantime,
God.
Morda, you're chilling in the tap room,
Good.
and you see Harley, or new alias David,
I was like, who's Harley?
come up and
Harley Davidson.
and says, "Oh, Master Mordai, I have a humble request.
Hmm?
The flames of the kitchen," and he points at the kitchen, "are currently underused for our purposes. I believe," and he kind of looks around, "for tonight I may be able to procure meals for our patrons so that they may enjoy in our squalor.
What
I may need to
kind
do
of
some
meal?
more shopping, but with the money that was given to me by Master Max, I should be able to be prepared for tonight. Do I have your permission, sir?"
What are you planning? What's on the menu?
Oh, perhaps some hellish sausages or some blood-soaked beef. You know, the usual.
Why can't
Right. You know what? You have my permission, but run it by someone else first as well.
All right.
We have to have at least 50%, agreement.
Democracy is an important part of the
At that moment, the other two come down or come through the door.
Yes, and they're here. Oh,
Through the back door.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
Master, perfect. Master of the Eternal Flame, I beg of you to listen to my humble request. I wish to serve, and by serving I mean serve meals for our patrons.
20 words or less.
I would use the kitchen to... He's kind of counting on his fingers.
I don't have 20 fingers.
Oh gosh, it's taking even longer. You want to cook meals, right? Is that what you're saying?
Indeed.
Yes. Continue to cook meals. Isn't that what you've been doing?
Well, for you, yes, but not for our guests.
Ah, I see. Oh no, actually, that's not a terrible idea. You think you can cook food for that many people?
Well, there would be a limit. I only have 2 hands. But with the help of my hellish assistant, and Squidly kind of Wait for the challenge.
Ah, yeah.
I kind of shrug and I look at Mordai and say, "What do you think about this?"
I'm good. Let's say I'm fine with it.
All right.
But before you agree, ask him about the menu.
What's on the menu?
Oh, I hadn't given it much thought. I mean, the cults.
Give me 2 or 3 examples.
Well, yeah, some.
Blood-soaked meat and the hellish sausages.
Of course, the master knows of it. Of course, he's a prince of hell. How could I doubt him?
Yeah, whatever. I mean, someone will lead it.
Oh, sure.
There's no insidious with my
Yeah.
perfect
Yeah,
insight.
maybe.
I'll name them.
We've entered a phase of the plan. You see, at the moment, for the next few days, it's very important for us to seamlessly appear to be a perfectly normally run tavern. So maybe pick up a couple less, advertising things on the menu. Less like hell branded.
I'll get some potatoes.
Yes, precisely.
Thank
And-
you, sir.
And maybe
Sounds
balance
like
them out with some deviled
the
eggs.
Deviled eggs.
The hell menu and then.
Anyway, do you need money for this?
Shouts on. Oh, Master Max has given me some spending money. Thank you, sir.
That was very
Master
insightful of him.
Prince.
Is Max actually there, by the way, if I peek around the corner?
No, he is not back yet.
He went to his parents.
Okay, yeah, that's right, yeah. Okay, so yeah. Alright, well, off you go then. I just squeeze past them. Mordai. Wait, are you here as well, Jet?
Yeah, I would have gone down as well.
I'll wait for these two to leave. Or to move away from
Okay,
like our immediate vicinity.
So after about 2 minutes, David comes back and runs out the door. Gives you like a too large of a bow, and disappears. Squiddly, notices that he's not wanted right now and starts heading back upstairs towards Nets. He's picked up Nets. Leaving you.
I say, okay, Mordai. So, you're up to do all the negotiation tonight, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Just
Well,
refresh the memory. What's the
What's happening?
It's been a long day.
What's this all about?
Well, you see,
my memory's never been the best. Okay.
you see, Jarl Axel's going to turn up here,
Okay,
possibly
yeah.
in disguise, at some point tonight, with, in theory, the final part of the puzzle that we need to make use of the evil box or whatever it is, the evil stone. And we need to talk him out of going with them tonight, and possibly even ending our allegiance with him, if it comes down to that, without him killing all of us. Because we need to make more preparations before we're ready to go.
So we don't want to appear beaten up as we are.
But at the same time,
At the same time,
yeah,
don't want to go.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, we know he's planning on betraying us in the long run, so you can just say that. I mean, like, it's true. And what Jet has just brought to my attention is, Jet, tell him what you told me about the dragon.
The bronze dragon has been spotted circling underneath Jarlaxle's ship. It's not the kind of creature that would ally himself with Jarlaxle, and Jarlaxle do have.
Yes, so that's
I am.
It's a good aligned dragon, and he's an evil bastard sitting on a heap of treasure. It's out for his his goods.
I don't know. Hudson Giants may be mischievous, Who knows what they want to do? Especially ones going down, underwater for.
Well, on the assumption that it isn't, if you need it tonight, you could bluff and tell him that we have already allied with the dragon, and that if he, doesn't submit to our demands, the dragon will destroy his ships. while he's
And
away.
our demands are: we are not going today. Probably not going
Yeah,
tomorrow.
we're not giving him anything that we have, and we're
And
not going
we are
today.
not.
We haven't
do it.
found the.
When are we going though? What's
the
the
vault
plan?
anyway.
When
Well, there are reinforcements from my side of the isle coming. In my opinion, we should wait until they arrive. I've yet to receive word exactly when this is. Will.
I see.
We are more. I am more closely. The temple has become more closely connected to this at this point. Though they. So I will receive word whenever there is.
I see. Okay, sure. I guess it's gonna go as well as it's gonna go, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm
laugh
sure
about
he
the
has-
dragon if you have to,
Sure,
and
he
in
has some
theory,
hidden things.
yeah, he'll have
For us
something up his
anyways.
sleeve.
I am quite curious, however. What is actually you guys' opinion on the actual treasure?
What do you mean
What
by
to be
that?
done with it?
Oh.
It depends what the treasure is. I have no conception. The money I don't care so much about. Except that I would like to vastly expand my repertoire of spells.
Well, first of all, let's hope it's actually, a nice treasure. I once read a book, and it ended with something, similar. It was a treasure hunt of sorts, and it ended up that the treasure was the friends we made along the way, and that was not a good ending to the book. Okay. So I hope that's not.
Hey, Mordai, we're the
what we
ones
get
getting
here.
we're the ones getting the raw end of that deal, so
I know.
Well, I have no interest in the monetary treasure either. What has been stolen from the city, I have no worries about giving back to the city, only because, well, my current occupation
I just want to know what it is.
lies on its walls.
And if
And
there is
yeah,
anything useful
I
there,
want to
to
know
take
what it is, and I want a part of it.
Well, yeah, I mean, if there is anything
that's-
that I want first
you
dibs.
give a big
If
part
you,
of it.
if that's, I don't
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
But beyond that, I don't know. I suppose I'd back whatever the black staff wants to do with it. She'll probably fall in line behind Lyral Silverhand, assuming she's still alive.
That's definitely not some people you want to double cross. So.
So the money
Well,
goes back to the city.
The
I
money
don't
back to
hate
the
the
city,
idea.
any other treasure, I do believe the city will have, though they probably will want it. In that I have no worries of not particularly fighting them for it, but doing what I can for them not to simply take it, as they do not have the same they would not have the same claim the treasure's natural of the vault compared to the coin that the former open lord had stolen from them. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I suppose it does.
Yeah.
Also, another thing I thought quite intriguing: the stone itself and the eyes.
Yeah.
I do find that particular piece quite enticing. Not for me personally, but for my order as a whole.
I hadn't even thought about what the purpose would be of the stone in the eyes. I mean, we know it's some sort of weird alien artifact, right?
Correct.
And by alien, I mean abolithic, I think.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I'll put it simply. Once the vault's been found and cleaned out, my pagoda very much wants the stone and the eyes with it.
I mean, sure, that seems fine by me. I don't have any particular use for it. However, this kind of freaked me out, to be honest.
As they should, I suppose.
Right, now, I gotta
Okay, let's say you guys have this discussion about, say, 20 minutes later. Max comes back.
Cool.
By the way, what time of day is it?
It's still afternoon. At this point, it's like 3:34.
Okay.
What up?
Chill, prepping my.
I don't know. Thanks for just standing around here on edge because the turn order's open and we can't do anything about it.
Oh,
Makes us
shit.
feel- makes us feel like
I'm
something's
sure
gonna
it's
happen.
not
Easy
gonna do it, man. I'm sure it's nothing's up.
Yeah, we've just been discussing our situation.
Oh, it's a doozy, huh?
Well, exactly. Mordai's gonna say to Charles Axel tonight.
Dude, I can't wait for that. That's gonna be it.
No, the situation beyond that. Like, what do we all want to do?
Yeah, it's a good question.
It is difficult. I mean, everyone seems to basically agree that we want first dibs on whatever's in the vault, and then basically the money can just go to the city as far as we're concerned. But like, if there's any cool treasure, my eyes kind of twinkle.
Kind of shrug and say, yeah, I mean,
Maybe I'm
Sure,
counting my
cool.
chickens before they hatch.
if I see a really cool loot, I mean, I might mention, like.
I'm sure the loot will be
that's a
great.
good loot.
Legendary.
Yeah. But I meant, I kind of point to
Yeah,
my loot.
all this assuming that we somehow. Well, anyway, Jet has this whole thing going on where he's found out that the dragon in the bay might have an interest in a hostile sense towards Charles Axel. So anyway, I figured if we desperately need to bluff, we can tell him that we've already got an alliance with the dragon. That if he harms us, the dragon will destroy his ships on his way and take all his treasure.
Bluffing Joel Axel. That's the sight which I'd love to see.
I'm sure he'll manage it just fine.
Yeah,
And
I'd love to see it.
I'd also love to see it, I suppose.
I forget. So wait, but what are we doing? Are we actually leaving here tonight? I forget. Right, we didn't want to even be close by, in case he wants
I'll
to. Be
be taking my leave during the opening of the inn. I do not know.
You've got one of the eyes, right? Raven's got the other.
Yeah.
Got the stone. That's how we all split it
I
up.
think at least one person should be here. Probably not with their eye. And then the other two.
But that's
So
right.
either
Yeah,
I
you
should be
choose
here or
how
you
one.
should be here.
choose how one.
You're more rested, so maybe you should be here.
Yeah, I can be here. I don't mind.
Yeah.
We get on along swimmingly.
You be here. Jess and I.
Plus, someone's got to play the music.
Jess and I will be gone elsewhere.
All right, but then maybe we kind of need a way to summon you or a signal. Do you have that wand that makes fireworks?
I do.
Maybe you give that to me, and then if you go down, just send a firework up above the tavern. You can be somewhere close enough that you can see it
Should I
happening.
hand over the wand of pyrotechnics?
I pointed at him, hands up, motherfucker. No.
He does nothing. He could dazzle me or something.
So I'm okay, well then yeah, if it looks real bad, or you just need to be back for some reason, I'll just send a little burst of sparks up. I've seen him do it in Harry Potter all the time.
Okay, makes sense.
But I went and asked my dad, by the way, about those names on the list, but I thought he might, surreptitiously, he might know something. And he says nothing really out of interest, connecting them. I mean, you knew a bit more about than I did. He says he doesn't really have much business with Cully Lestan because he's apparently a racist, and my dad married an elf, so he's not really about that life. And
the Guildmaster.
Yeah, a little racist apparently, and apparently Ermbusk is he's known as a money lender, but beyond that, he doesn't nothing's really any recent news about them or anything like that he knew of at least.
Interesting.
Racists and moneylenders. There's no greater
The
connection.
cream of the crop,
Not great people. Huh?
Oh, by the way, Jelan Umbrsk is a woman.
Not great woman,
Yeah,
Do I can't remember what exactly. I think I rolled okay on knowing about Dorgar and our Brent, the apparently written government liaison at Blackstaff Tower. Do I have I ever heard of them being a horrible person in any way? They just awful.
Well, in Blackstaff Tower, he's not really. His position is really respected. People higher up including especially Melianthor, see this as kind of a way to draw power away from Black Seth Tower, more in the government's official capacity. He is, the leader of magical relations, kind of like within the city of Waterdeep. But no, he's probably not a terrible person.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah.
So here's a pretty random question. Is there like a tree or something like in our area?
Yes, there is.
Behind
I'm going there.
behind courtyard.
I hang out down in the turret peak.
Oh, dude, you're gonna be so close to the sparks when I send them up. You're gonna find it.
Gonna keep an eye out on all the comings and goings tonight.
A tree. Well, there is a row of trees about 20 feet back, like more closer to like the back of the houses that are next to the larger road. But right next to the house, there's not a tree.
Okay, I was thinking like in our like space.
No, not in your land.
We don't have a garden.
You have a little
There's a
garden
peanut garden
around.
in front of the.
When David backs, I instruct him to start a vegetable garden.
Mm,
Seems fitting work for such a man.
I'm trying to figure out.
So he grows only really hot chili.
But like, can we go? Can you wait? Can I just open this first? I'm trying to figure.
So there's on the front side. There's a tree on the right side of the house.
Yeah. Oh shit! No, I scrolled in way too far.
That's interesting, actually. I just tried to scroll up to find the names, but I feel which ones actually had the tick next to it. And the two people who do seem fucked up are the ones that have ticks next to them, and the others two don't. If you get, that's interesting.
I'm just gonna check real quick.
Wait, I thought we had a tick next to Tharduk Starbuckler and Corolla Stan.
No, we have it next to Corlo-san and Jelen Omos.
Oh, and Jelen. Oh,
yeah, so the two people that my dad thinks are kind of bad people are the ones with ticks.
Oh shit, that's
interesting, actually. That's interesting. So I'll now I remember this, I'm like, actually, now I think about it. Come back down from that turret, David. Perhaps those who were, I don't know, swayed by the power of Manchun. He's a human, right? I try to remember. Couldn't remember.
Yeah, there's a bit. No, there's something weird about his aging. First of all, you assume he's a clone. Second of all,
that's kind of weird. Yeah,
he looks extremely young and pale. But yeah, for all intents, he seemed human. Yeah.
Interesting. But it is strange that the two people we think aren't the nicest types are the ones which have ticks next to them. It seems maybe just coincidence, but.
If I only knew anything about Tharduk Starbuck.
I mean, it's throwing it. It's a bit forward, but I mean, I do work for Mert. I could mention to him, like I'm sure he has his ears in many pies. I could mention to him that I had interacted with Manchun and see if he knows any dealings of the man. See if Manchun has tried to converse with him. But I think like if I keep out meetings with everyone in different groups, eventually they're not going to let me leave the meetings anymore.
Yeah. Eventually. How far can you push that? That's the
I can push it pretty far, I think.
Okay, well, yeah, then go speak with Mark.
Alright, well, what's the time now, Jacko?
Not much time has passed. Let's say it's 4.
And we open at like 7 or some shit, right? We're bar.
That's up to you.
The night.
I forget. What time did we open last time? What time, guys?
I have no recollection of that.
Alright, 7.
Around 7, yeah.
7, it seems fine. And I'm like, okay, I'll go visit. I'll go pop and visit Mert,
Wait, well, like 5, we start at 7, but I don't need to be there, so.
Hang out on a tree for 10 hours. That seems like a good life right there.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna hang out in a tree. I made a promise to a kid,
Oh god, you can't remember notes.
Talking about the bow. How much is a bullseye target actually? How much?
Bullseye target work?
That depends on the quality.
It's a real person that you've enslaved. They're really expensive.
It's
Could be
like
just an
one of
apple.
those Hercules target dummies.
You could
Like,
just like fucking like you could just like use a knife and just scrape a bullseye on like the tree, right? That
Yeah.
you're-
Do you want like a
yeah, the thing is, I want
like a circular bullseye, or do you want like a straw man, like a dummy to shoot at? Or...
shoot it in the crotch. Good kid. Treat him.
I
right.
think we're better off with like one that can stand on its own weight and not try and stabbed into the ground, and like a a round one, I guess, or just anything.
The classic
Okay.
one you have in fields when you do archery, you know. the
Yeah.
classic ones.
Yeah. Let me check. I mean, you're in a giant metropolis. So there's no reason you shouldn't be able to get
Go
a
to
training
the
dummy.
archery shop, yeah.
Let's how.
Dudes, but like, so when you shoot arrows into a specified target, you then get back all your arrows, right? Otherwise, it'd be insane.
I should really fuck up.
It's only 10 feet in the attic.
Oh, you wanted to put it in the attic? Oh god. I don't know, but then you get.
Other practices could be in the attic, but maybe not shooting with a bow, you know?
Yeah. Also, if the max distance you learn to shoot is 10 feet, it's not the best practice.
No.
Mm,
I mean, the den would be better at least. That's like what 30 feet. Like if
God,
it's a short.
maybe I'm just gonna. Maybe I take some time to find someone to cast like cure wounds on me or something. Like,
You're
The
Yeah,
is
den
that
is
crazy?
actually not a bad choice.
So I practice my shooting, right? No, I practice my shooting in the cellar. I mean, you could also just chuck it in the cellar, right? That's like 25, but it's like less. Dude, there's like the evil hallway tunnel thing in the basement.
Yeah, that's true. There's the evil hallway tunnel thing.
Learn how to shoot that for when the evil zombies invade, or when he helps.
Yeah, he's gotta be so used to it.
He's like my home ground advantage, baby. You know.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's actually. Give me if you want to find like a training dummy, Jet. Roll me an investigation check. You
Okay.
see. If
I'm
you
sure
can
this wouldn't be that hard. I'm sure there's
Asking
tons of them.
around.
He says before rolling, try to convince.
Oh yeah, very
Oh,
very nice.
easy.
Yeah, you ask around. I mean, it's quickly obvious that the guilds probably not their area of expertise. People even in Waterdeep don't usually go for like a random training dummy. But yeah, you have a moment of like brilliance and head towards a nearby barracks of the City Watch. And yeah, you've been there a few times, and you talk to the local clerk that has let you in, and that you've you haven't mentioned his sleepiness and his tardiness on the job, so he gives you a discount on one of the training dummies that they have in storage, and you can buy one for 3 golds.
I buy one for 3 gold.
Nice. Yeah, and you will have to carry it. Like it's a bit heavy, but like it's certainly doable to like carry it in 2 hands.
Yeah.
And then you can there's like a little not like a stake beneath it, but like a wooden pole that you can smash into the dirt in your little garden area behind the house.
Oh yeah, as long as it's behind the house, because then no one can see it. Because there's like the house, then there's like the garden area, and then there's like a wall, right? Or more houses, some shit.
Yeah. There's
I think
there's
it's a wall for us.
Yeah, it's impossible to through the houses. There's a little wall, and then there's the trees, and then there's the main road, like behind the Trollskull. Yeah. So, but you can position it in your lands between the Trollskull Manor and the wall of the alley.
Yeah, and then I'll get what's his face again? I know
You had
Nat,
a
and then there's
Squiddy.
Okay. Yeah, you head up.
I head
like
up
playing around
carrying
on the stairs.
carrying the short bow, and I say, Squidly, I did make a promise to you, did I not? I was like, twirl around the short bow.
Kinda looks at you. His eyes go slowly towards the bow. It's time.
Go kill me.
I did say if we came back alive that I would, didn't I?
Oh yes, sir. But well, I've learned not to take promises from adults too serious.
A monk from Baguda doesn't go back on his word. I go down. So I
He
start
like
heading
pushes
down the
past
stairs.
Nat.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna be an archer, and like runs down.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I'll I'll spend some time teaching him how to shoot.
You guys head outside.
Arcane Archer is the way forward.
Dude,
That's
yeah.
really bullshit.
Trying to use your short bow, and he's like, "Man, you're so weak." Just like pulls back the draw, no problem. It's like, easy. Dude.
Cool.
But yeah, I want to go to merch, Echo.
Yeah, so you take a carriage, you head towards the market and the Lightsinger Opera
Yeah.
Theater, and you see the doors to the theater. I mean, one door is open, the other one is closed. You can either go through the main entrance or you can go to the artist's entrance.
I'll go to the artist entrance. I'm quite the
Okay.
artist.
Yeah, there's you go around the side of the building and there's someone standing next to the door, but they recognize your face and just let you through.
What's up, man?
He's one of those those silent guards from
Mine.
Buckingham Palace with the giant hats. Because why not? Mert likes extravagance. And you find yourself immediately in the hallway with the dressing rooms and offices.
I know where Mert's office is, right? I've been there.
Yeah, you've been there before, not too long ago.
Great. Months in real life, days in office.
Yeah, exactly.
I find my way to Mert's office.
Okay, yeah, you find your way to Mert's office, the door's closed. Yes, come in.
Open the door. That's Mert's voice, right?
That is Mert's voice, indeed. It's Joel Axel.
I walk in,
Yeah, you see the giant form of Mert, almost dwarfing the desk in front of him, with the sturdy chair supporting his weight.
Yeah, I have a little, newfound respect until I've actually seen him fight, and he's not like, it's not a piece of shit. And I kind of, tip my hat respectfully. I'm like, hey, boss, just
Oh yes,
for a quick meeting.
I was planning to visit you tonight. See the new tavern. I'm sorry I missed the opening.
Oh, it's okay. Maybe, and I would say I would love to have you, but tonight maybe not the best night, but perhaps I can explain a bit more. Kind of take a seat. I was like, well, I thought I'd let you know a bit of what I've been doing. I do work for you after all. Speaking of which, do I get paid?
Delicious.
Well,
Did he loan us
you get paid in information.
Appreciation. Oh, the best.
You get information, experience.
Appreciation, not appreciation. Oh.
Appreciation, sure.
Oh, that's what
I appreciate you.
I'm glad to hear that. Okay, well, I know you know almost everything that happens in the city, so you are, I guess, aware of the business at the towers. Snap my fingers. What are they called again? The ones.
The Cola Towers.
Yes, those are the ones. It's so I guess you must have heard about the business there today.
Well, we have some eyes over there, and there were interesting sightings, indeed. Can you tell me more?
Of course. So I kind of forget. I was like, when was the last time I briefed you on what I've been doing?
Well, to my recollection, you haven't briefed me at all.
I kind of felt like we had one meeting, right?
Well, yes, it was the first time, of course, where you inquired. I inquired about your business in the party that you have found yourself in, and the circumstances regarding.
No, we had one more, but then I forgot we had the meeting because I drank the water from the river Styx. But then I told you I was sorry when we met again. And
I think you might be confused with with one of my other employers.
Kind of found.
Are you speaking of Three Strings?
No,
I sent him to send you a letter for a secret meeting.
But after that, I came back and I apologized to you for not going at the meeting, and then I told you. I kind of found did I not?
You did not.
But I told Three Strings about that and told him to tell you.
If you have, he hasn't told me yet. But I haven't seen Three Strings today.
I swear it was yesterday. Oh, okay. Well, okay. But you know partly about what I've been doing, right?
Of course. Well, not because of you.
No. Obviously, it would be too obvious if I came here for regular meetings,
Well, you must understand, Max. Part of why I elected to hire you or introduce you to the Harpers is because of your position within the Lysinger Theater.
That makes sense.
It's very convenient.
I'll start at the beginning and I'll tell me like if there's stuff I should gloss over because you already know it. So I've been involved in a hunt for the vault thing, yeah.
We've gotten that far.
You've gone that far, okay. And we have been forced into conversations with Jarl Axel. Did we tell you that much?
No, certainly not.
Oh, okay. Well, that's happened.
Jarl Axel Bayer, the
Yeah, he kind
Prince
of
of
showing up like when we're like kind of defenseless, and then like threatening us, and then like
the same Jarl Axel that we fought together.
exactly. Hence why I wasn't particularly fond on him to begin with. But yeah, do you like it's his ships, right? That are like stationed in the harbor. That's like all his stuff.
It's been made clear to me, yes.
It's made clear to you, yeah. But he's like finding us and then threatening us and like forcing us to kind of like collude with him, and it's all about because he's got like a part of like you know what the Stone of Glory is. I've told you that.
I've heard the name, but I'm not entirely sure of its purpose.
Okay, well, it's like what you need to get into the vault, right?
The key.
The key, sure, a key. I don't know. It doesn't really look like a key, but yeah, the key. And like,
is it a map?
Axel's, what's that?
Is it a map?
No, it's like a stone.
How would that help you get into a vault?
Dude, you're fucking asking me, dude. I don't know, but people really seem to think it does. So, but like, Jarl Axel's got some parts, and we've got some parts, and then he's like, oh, we kind of like, if we don't help you, we're gonna kill you, and then it kind of feels bad.
And this exchange happened after he infiltrated the Emerald Enclave.
Oh yeah,
I see.
Yeah, otherwise, I would have recognized him when we were there. But then, yeah, so what was I trying to get back on track? Okay, but yeah, moving forward, we found out that one of these like parts of the key is like broken into multiple parts. Were at Kola Towers in the hands of this like cloned evil mage named Manchun. You heard of that guy? And this part I pay close attention to see if I am like, have you heard of that guy? So I will sense motive.
Okay, insight.
Perception. That isn't a thing. Insight. Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, you do recognize him, and a microsecond later he says, "Of course I know Manchun. He's a legendary figure and a true enemy of the city."
The true enemy. Well,
but I was under the impression that there was just some mere local gang within the towers.
Yeah, but the gang are okay. This is really good. Yeah, you know the Zentrum. There's like, and they're like how they're like kind of not evil anymore, but like still kind of evil.
I mean, there's conflicting reports. I've had many meetings with this.
Well, I think part of it
fellow
is that there's different branches now, and one of like the old branches is run by Manchun, and those guys.
Related to the Zentrum. Interesting.
Yeah. I think he's the boss or something. But yeah, so he's running like Kola Towers, but he's like living in this kind of interdimensional space up there, that we found ourselves in. But this is really getting on a bit. So let me cut it down shortly. So during the exploration, we of course were successful in our operation to achieve the eye, as we are, good at our jobs. And then during our findings, our investigations, I found some notes of his in a journal when he was otherwise distracted. And I thought I should almost warn you that I saw your name in it. And again, I'm like, looking at him.
You saw my name? Well, comparatively to Manchun, I'm also quite a figure. When people think of Waterdeep, they think of Mert.
True, but there were only 4 names. And yes, Mert is definitely one of the top 4. But the other 4 didn't seem to be the others that would be in the top 4. They seemed almost a random assortment of names. I was wondering if you would know any sort of secret connection between them, or if perhaps, I don't want to assume, maybe they will work for you, or they're part of the Harpers, perhaps, or something similar to that nature. And I kind of like the names were. Well, let me scroll up in my chat log before I tell you. The names were.
Corolla Stan.
Cool, thank you. What was your name, of course? First of all, Mert. No. Name, huh? Interesting. Colasan.
As soon as you say the first name, he puts a hand on the table, stands up, walks over to the door, not sure what he does because of the figure, but like a curtain falls, covering the door.
Dude, I want those.
Then he walks back towards the table.
Oh, sorry. I guess I thought it was implied I'd be saying quite sensitive information. I can like, wait, the oven.
I mean, I didn't. I mean, you certainly have a way to tell a story, Maxwell, but I didn't entirely believe the importance of it until now. Please continue.
Actually mentioning the Stone Gorge, so I'm like, yeah, indeed, but man, you must tell me who supplies your curtains. But sorry, moving on. So Corlisan, and that name had a little tick next to it. Starduke Starbuckler, no tick. Jeline Ermbusk, tick. And Norgar Ardemvent, no tick.
Wait, Norgar? I got Dorgar.
Dorgar, thank you. Dorgar
Let me double check.
Yes, Dorgar.
Dorgar, yeah.
Unless you heard me wrong. So I'm like, yeah, so, and like obviously.
These are all the names that are on this list.
Yeah. And now I'm a little scared he's going to kill me, so I kind of look at the door like, so I gotta get a little scared.
And we have copies.
Yeah, and I'm like, of course I'm not the only one who knows this, and everyone knows who I am right now. No, I don't say that. I trust my boy.
I see.
It was like,
well, yes, I think I believe why these names are connected. You see, I run a little. He kind of leans in.
I lean in.
Little gambling table, underground for a little.
Oh, you have to send me an
A
invite.
little risque, perhaps. More than money is better. And yes, these are regulars in my group.
I see.
I'll use the same insight check.
Yeah, nice.
He's lying.
Attack him.
But I can assure you, there's nothing for you to worry about. But thank you for bringing it to my attention. Now, let me say it with sincerity. I do appreciate you, Max.
Oh, thank you. I mean, that's all the payment I deserve. But
is he still lying, Jacko?
No.
Hard to say.
Oh God, it's sounding really good now. Okay, but
like he says it a lot.
You have no idea why Manchun would be interested in the five of you, I presume. He's never shown up at your gambling tables?
Certainly not. I'd chase him away as the foxy warrior that I am.
Very foxy, yes, sir. But the only connection is gambling. That's just curious that he would care about something like that. But the marks he left next to Twitter names, you have an idea what that could be about? Have you seen them recently? Are they still alive?
Let me bring this in clearer words.
Oh, I love those.
I thank you for bringing this to my attention, but do not spend another moment to think of this list.
No, I forgot.
What it might entail.
Forgotten it already. What are we talking about again?
I don't know, your tavern.
Oh.
That I shouldn't visit tonight.
I mean, you can if you want, but it might not be the right atmosphere tonight. Tomorrow, I'm sure it'll be lovely. Lovely. But yeah, I mean that's everything I think, boss. No, good to catch up. I'll try to keep you more up to date, but things happen at a very fast pace right now, so I will
see.
do my
Well,
best.
We usually communicate by paper birds.
Oh, I wasn't assigned any of those.
Okay. He kind of like pulls open a drawer and gives you a small stack of 5 unfolded and that you know to be paper birds because you've seen them before.
Is there a code or anything we use, or we kind of send around all the secret information in these paper airplanes?
Oh boy, you are really green, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Try and
like a week.
speak in code as much as possible. Usually, agents have a language between themselves that they figured out. Just try and give.
Yeah, I got you. Don't use names or anything similar to that. Oh yeah, of course, But no.
I should mention you were involved with. Three Strings has told me of your involvement in the assault on the Xanathars.
Oh, that, yeah.
Following that, our organization has spent great resources in the searchings of the sewer system and the hideout. I believe we have contained what remains of the party to their hideout. It should not be a problem for now.
Oh, excellent work. Great to hear. There were many mind flayers around there?
Mind flayers? No, there were various crawly brains and the like that I hear, but...
I think that they go into that. Maybe it's something like that. Well, thank you for your time. It's been most enlightening. And yeah, I'll maybe catch you around the inn, one day, or be back to tell you if I'm alive.
I hope that you will be.
Me too. Is he lying, Jacko?
Give me another insight check.
Why?
Oh, what?
You get the sense, yeah, generally, but there's no like, I hope you will be. It's like, I prefer it. Yeah.
I had to hire a new person. It's like when your boss is like, sure, I hope you don't die.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, we'll have a pleasant evening. I kind of walk out. I kind of, but like as I kind of walk past, I'm like, but actually, though, where did you get the curtain?
Perhaps if you spent a few more years in the organization.
I check for a name tag.
When you earn your own office.
I look for the tag, Jacko.
There's no tag, but there is a little...
It's beautiful material.
A little rope right next to it.
A little rope. Is that what he pulled to like make it come down?
Maybe.
I look at it. For my knowledge of how ropes work, does it look like it's...
It disappears into the wall above the door.
Oh, that's cool. I'm going to say, I kind of point, what happens if I pull that out of interest?
I'll give you permission to try.
I leave.
you push the curtain past and open the door.
Yeah, it's nothing interesting if he gives me permission.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and you see in the main stage, you see your mother. I'm assuming you say quick hello and then.
Oh yeah, sure. Hey, Mom.
Okay. Yeah. You have quick greetings. Yeah, and do you head back afterwards or? Cool. Is that all about? I would say it takes a little over an hour.
Yeah.
It's not that far. Okay, so right now it's 5 p.m., 5:59. Anybody want to do anything else before the opening?
After I help I train Squidly for a bit, so you actually get some kind of form going and not just intuition.
Yeah, you see, he has more enthusiasm than skill. Yeah.
That's from what I've seen before. That is what what I was guessing. So yeah, I'm getting him so he understands a bit more what he's actually supposed to do instead of.
Yeah, out of interest, are you being like the kind teacher or like the strict kind of teacher?
Let's get down to business.
I'm not being like I'm being strict if he's being a complete dumbass, but like I'm letting him do mistakes.
Slap him about a little bit, you know.
He's a kid, so definitely being a dumbass, right?
Yeah, as long as he focuses, you're not too strict. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You see him. He's really enjoying the practice. He has a smile on his face that you don't see that often. And around 6 p.m. The open door you see move through Yagra.
Okay, so could I ask you quickly spoken of Raven? Before
sure.
I should said, I'll kind of go up Raven. Just, are you actually chilling up there already, or are you actually just
join me?
I'm like, I kind of stick my head out of the hatch, and I'm like, oh, so I went and spoke with Merch, and he's I don't know about him anymore. I think a little compromised, maybe.
Okay, a little on the evil side.
Like, I don't know how much compromised, but I mentioned, I surreptitiously, without giving out too much information, mentioned the names, and he definitely just straight up lied. Like, I mean, I could tell, like, the guy, maybe used to people who were fucking idiots, but it was clear he was just lying. He said they were like, that he ran like an illegal gambling thing, and maybe that's right, but he said that they were just all from there, but it was clearly more to it than that. But I couldn't really push it because I was in his office and he had like this weird curtain that like blocked noise. I didn't really want to get stabbed.
All right. Bridge
Okay, but-
burnt. Got it.
Bridge burnt, exactly. I will never call myself a harper again, except for when I talk to Mert and I head down.
Okay.
And then I go open the door for Yagua.
Oh, hey there. I was looking to be early. Very excited to be on the job.
Oh, okay. But we're not open for another hour.
Oh, well, great. Can I have a beer?
Do we pay you? I kind of like asking.
Well, yeah, well, there wasn't like a contract or anything, but you promised to pay me the same as the job I had previous, at the portal.
We promised? Like when you say we, who
Things were implied.
things were implied, but nothing in writing yet.
No,
No, okay. All right, well,
my writing is shaky.
nice. Well, don't worry. We can study many hands. Well, of course you will get paid, but the beer's obviously going to be taken out of your wages.
We'll negotiate.
Is that persuasion? I don't know what else.
Let's see what our persuasion is.
Wait. So I will persuasion, or what else?
Oh, you want to persuade her to have the beer come out of the wages?
Yeah, I thought you said we'll negotiate.
Yeah, no. Yagra says we'll negotiate
We'll negotiate.
in a persuasive manner.
No. All right. I'm like, okay. So how do you want to start the negotiations?
Well, first of all, I was paid. What's the living wage in Waterdeep? Jesus Christ. This much per night. It's equivalent. Let's say it's 5 silver for now.
5 silver a night. Okay. And then you drink what? About 10 silver worth of beer a night?
Mm-hmm.
So we're effectively. I kind of figured.
You're basically half
15
price beer.
silver.
Yeah, you're.
You hear Jet like 15 silver.
But we're losing money for like that's a
Well,
lot.
but you gotta factor in the account of, and having an enthusiastic drinker like me in the bar, showing by example what your patrons should do, it really helps out.
Get out of your wages now, can I? Because then you'll have to pay us. So I guess instead of like that, I'm willing to pay you in beer a night, and then we'll just cut out the living wage. Well, why do you need a living wage if you're drinking for free?
All right, that's fair enough. I mean, it's a bit of an excuse to drink anyway, so.
Great. But
You're
obviously,
lucky the devil pays me an actual wage.
yeah, a natural living wage. Obviously, right now you're not working, so that'll be 2 silver for this. It's like 4 a pint.
Just put it on the tab.
Put on the tab.
I hear,
Poltergeist,
as
keep
we
a
are
tab,
right next to the thing, I say,
Mm,
let's pull out a tab specifically for Jaguar. I think she will need it.
I write down Yagua tab. Started it. I'm guessing that's what you Yagua ready. And I'm like, oh, by the way, so you're here to stop any troublemakers, right?
Oh yeah,
How confident?
loudmouths, destruction of chairs and the
What
like.
about mass murderers? How about stopping those?
Depends how good are they.
They're pretty good.
I mean, I'm willing to get into a tussle.
So you're willing to die for it?
No.
Mm.
So what you're saying is you're not willing to fight elite assassin dark elves, are you?
Man, fucking walls keep talking, Jed. Just come through if you want to be a part. Just come through. The door's right here. I just gotta go over and open the door so his voice is easier to be heard. And I'm like,
Yeah, you see Jet actually right next to the door at this point, like looking squid.
And I'm like, all right. So, but you'd really tussle with them.
Yeah, I mean, I've had my share of dangerous fights. I mean, hasn't Mordai told you about the little gnome fellow we killed? He had some fucking magic in him.
No.
Huh. It's a pretty good story.
It's have you heard of Jarlaxle?
Nah.
Well, he's your run-of-the-mill, normal, common garden variety criminal. But he's going to be here tonight. And Mordai has it taken care of. But if it looks like it's getting a little bit rough and tumble, make sure to wade in and give him a hand.
Yeah, of course, he's a newbie.
And maybe carry him and run for your lives if you get the opportunity.
Oh yeah, we've been there.
Being there, excellent. All right. I just kind of headed back and just let it drink.
Yeah. See, magically a glass float over towards her. Okay. Oh, but yeah. So as you in the kitchen, you see Harley very busy unpacking various sacks of potatoes and meats, and you see already on the biggest stove, it's like a giant pot, like with boiling water.
Big enough for children to go in?
It does kind of remind you to the hag's cauldron that was here in the haunting of the...
I kind of noticed you're like boiled potatoes, or we got a stew going.
Oh yeah, I'm planning. Oh, wait, that's not just a voice. Oh yes, I am planning a mighty stew with some boar meat I procured.
Call it pork, I believe.
Pork.
Oh, excellent.
Yes,
Try it.
Master, infernal prince of the eternal flame, informed to me that I should be careful with the naming of our foods.
Yeah. Well, what were you planning to name them?
Oh well, the spices of hell. I do not know. It's a lot of pressure. I am sorry.
Leather sausage.
I am an artist with my hands, not with my tongue.
I give him a wink. Whoa, it's be honest with me. I mean, I think I understand what you're going for. Obviously, what would be beneficial to be able to proclaim the word of the Dark Lord. We are.
Yes, you told me the secrecy is of utmost importance.
And you can make it like subtle, you know, like seven,
beef stew.
like 7 layers of flavor, you know.
7 layers of flavor. My
Exactly.
Lord, you are a genius.
Oh, thank you. That's too kind.
He starts writing it down.
But yeah, I mean, good. Have fun with that. If you need quickly, I think it's outside learning how to shoot, so you can probably cut down the enemies of faith later on.
As you should.
Exactly. Well, I'm gonna go. Leave you. You'll hide in my bedroom for another hour. I've had enough of this. I need a little quiet time.
After another half hour, you the service, what do you call it? The waitress shows up that you had hired. Yeah, and then it is go time. See more.
Half an hour before the entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stop my training with Quidley. I'm going to take.
Yeah, at this point he's like covered in sweats and running back and forth from the getting the arrows.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go up with him and talk to him in that, and I'll say there will be once again quite unsavory individuals that will come to visit today, and it might be worse than last night.
You're inviting them?
Not precisely, but they will appear. As such, I
could just go outside right now.
I will not be in the establishment either tonight, and you are free to either stay, go outside where you wish, or spend the evening and following morning within the Pagoda temple that I manage within the city.
All right. Well, there's a couple of friends we haven't seen for a while. So, what do you say, Nat? Let's go back. Nat just kind of, holds herself and then just nods. And then, they run up to the attic.
Okay, we'll leave, running running
Yeah.
deeper inside the house. Anyway, yeah, I'll I will try to come in contact with Liv.
Sure.
I'll have pen and paper, and I'll ask him
He's
in the bar.
he's
probably, right?
downstairs, yeah. And,
Yeah. I'll ask him whether or not he's able to, as long as he is within. If he's able to, if he has to be within the manor itself, or if he can, go outside within its grounds. If you understand what I mean.
Okay, yeah. He thinks about it as if he hasn't considered the idea, and then floats backwards outside the wall. But after a few moments, he returns and just does a slow shake of the head.
Okay. Well, in any, I'll have to think of something else then. I'll give him a light bow, and then I'll good luck, Yagra, and then I'll go invisible, and I'll leave.
Okay. You just okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. So let's see, Raven, you're chilling at the top of the turret.
I want to watch the arrivals, scan for suspicious figures.
Yeah, give me just a perception check.
Vantage point. Perception.
I'll say, because of your position, I'll give you advantage.
Ah, you'd love to hear it. Oh,
I'd love to hear it.
advantage.
Just in time. Okay. Yeah, and the closer it gets to the opening time, it does get a little bit more crowded. At the front door, nobody you recognize immediately as of now, but there's various small groups of people, around 8 people in total. Ready for the opening of the second night, and Yagra heads outside, kind of like looks around, and you hear a Raven say, "Well, I guess I should be the one to do it. I don't. Well, okay. Yes, the Troskal is open," and she kind of like opens the door, and you see them file in.
Mordek's still up there sleeping. I'm like,
Max, you're preparing.
I'm tuning my lute, giving a wave to the crowd, my adoring fans.
Okay, yeah, you do see 2 of the girls that were your biggest fan last night. They have returned. They immediately set themselves down at this.
The
table right there. But they're currently not paying too much attention. They're more like just excited in general and whispering amongst themselves.
Okay.
Yes. And the tavern seems to run, pretty well on its own, with Liv being the bartender, the waitress, getting the orders of the various patrons. Yagra, you hear at some point Raven has a little bit of a louder discussion with a fellow that seems already be very drunk, he gets pushed away and he stumbles outside of the alley. But it all seems mostly quiet until Raven, you hear this first, but all of you hear it, and Morda, you get eventually woken up by it. The sound of music and drums, and eventually even like the sound of a large amount of footsteps marching. You see. First, you see Raven is giant blue banners with that has a dragon spewing fire on them, and then
for God's sake, I know what's happening.
Then you get an inclination, and you see another parade as you've seen them before with exotic belly dancers and like torch
Ooh.
juggling groups.
He's
And you
turning
even
up
see
in
like
the form of
More
this like
time.
great parade.
what appears to be like a clan of dwarves with
Oh my
like
God.
giant bongos, and they're like in the middle of this parade, like getting carried by what looks like an elephant type creature.
What?
And in the front is on
Get
his
downstairs,
now
Morag.
trademark
Get
mechanical
downstairs.
unicorn is Zarda's sword.
Wait, is
Bare
it on a
chested.
unicorn?
Yeah, mechanical
Mechanical.
unicorn.
Oh,
yeah.
mechanical. I thought an actual unicorn. What?
No, but it is moving as it's like riding, and every few steps it like does like it steps on its hind legs and does a very majestic. And he leads this parade, and most of the parade stops at the actual entrance of the Troll Skull, because all in all it's dozens of people following it. Let me quickly change music to a little something.
By the way, I'm
more
guessing,
Grab an OJ.
like as we discussed before, Jet would be like in eyesight-ish of the manor, so he definitely would have seen all this
so
shit.
could you like, do you want to be in the trees a little bit close to the?
No, I'm not being in the tree. I'm being invisible and just like walking around
So
the,
like
the
around
general area.
hugging like the other buildings and shops. Okay.
If you like go on the like, it's like I can be. If you can see properly here, let's see here. Like I'm being on like the roads, or like the square around where Troll Skull Alley is, like on the roads there. If you like, okay, perfect. Like I'm being in.
Oh, so you're outside of the. Okay,
Yeah. I'm like
outside of the alley. Okay, on the main.
like
one of the
going
main
around
street,
like this.
there's
Essentially,
cleared in streets.
I'll occasionally go like here and like in alleyways here.
Okay.
And, like I'm
Is
just
there
being
something
around.
you're paying a special attention to?
I'm looking out for agents of our enemies, essentially. So like,
Make a perception check as well.
I'm looking out dark elves and gazers and stuff,
Yeah.
Essentially,
sense.
and like thugs. I'll probably see a lot of thugs, but like.
Yeah, you do. Obviously, this parade is followed by thugs of Waterdeep itself, but also the crew. They're very wild, and obviously some of them are heavily inebriated. Counter charm.
Just power sliding as I go around, doing my thing. But technically, also counter charming.
Very acrobatically going around the table. So.
Yeah, I get advantage on
as you begin a power slide and end it like right at the table of the two girls, and like they see one of them blushes.
Idiot training acrobatics soon.
Okay, very nice. Yeah, and Zarda Zord steps up to the front door. Oh, let me go back to the other map. There should be repeat. Yes, okay, cool. Yeah, he's accompanied by a human female on his side, and there's a group of 6 other people behind him, also humanoids. Let's see.
Only brought 6 people apart from himself. What a sucker.
He strides in the door. Yagra stops him for a moment, like puts a hand on his chest. I don't know if anybody can. Mora, you're turned around, you can see it, but he just strides past her.
She should let him. I didn't mind.
Yeah, well, you do hear like, hey, wait a minute, what? Yeah, but she's kind of confused by the whole situation outside as well.
Yeah.
And he boldly steps in and says, so this is the famed Troll Skull Manor that I've heard so much about. The best tavern in the city.
He knows it.
Now, please enlighten me. Who is the owner of this fine establishment?
That would be me.
I go.
Wonderful.
My music is just a noting that conversation, basically.
Now, please, as the captain of the Maiden's Fair, I humbly ask your permission to spend the eve in your fancy inn.
If you've
Still
got the
scorch
coin,
marks left from the lightning bolt and stuff.
yeah, there's, it's mostly repaired, but there's still some, some
got
marks
character.
left around.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've got the coin, and like, of course I do, my friend. Of course, I even bring a gift. And he whistles at one of his men, and in is brought a pretty large barrel that is labeled and says Byzanthurian beer. This is ale from the faraway land of Thay. It will be a nice addition to your collection.
We're really getting alcohol collectors here. Like, we have a lot of different kinds of alcohol.
I'll put it in the cellar, I guess.
That's what he said. Okay, and
thank you very much. It will be. We will have to try it.
And he kind of like looks outside and says to, the crowd of people and most of his parade, "What are you doing, you rascals? You have not given an invitation. Go, spread the fun throughout the streets. Let them learn the name of the Maiden's Fair." And yeah, you see the parade, after a few moments of confusion and having to turn around, starts traveling through the streets again, past Troskal Alley. Him, the woman, and 5 other people striding behind him, and he Sardo's sword sits next to you. So now, where is the party? I see you have opened. Where are the instruments? Where are what is? This is not how you run an actual fest.
See the performance? I'm pretty good job.
Yeah, you're still like tickling away there, but he hasn't paid attention to you yet.
I get single tear.
We have the music. We have the ale. Come on, let's pour some. Please.
A nice place to begin.
Pour some. I sent to the.
Doesn't even remember the name of our
ghost. Fuck, I forgot about
Liv.
his name.
It's ironic because he's dead. Okay. Yeah, he takes the mug and just downs it in one go.
Poison mug this full.
Doesn't seem to worry about it. Yeah. Okay. So, do you say, or do you want to say anything immediately, or do you want to let him do, most of the talking for now?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Okay. He every once in a while he does make a comment to you, but mostly he spends his time encouraging his gang, his posse to get the party going. You see them start dancing, start singing sea shanties.
Hey, play it.
They're kind of like crowding their style.
I turned off the amp. I read the button the Raven put on it.
Yeah.
Fucking music off in the
I'll
middle.
blow
That's
that
shatter.
fucking away.
Yeah,
Play off.
roll me performance.
Alright. Get advantage with some people. 27.
Ooh, wow, okay. Yeah, so you start, going into a different gear with your solo. And the singing kind of quiets down as you see them still moving, but more eyes are going in your direction. And all of a sudden, 2 of the men shove a table right over here. And jump on the table and start with hooked arms, start dancing on the table, on your beat. And Zardos finally looks in your corner and says, "Ah, yes, this is what I'm talking about."
The 25 not enough, a 27 though. How you're cooking.
In Waterdeep, you know how to party at last. Okay.
I mean, if we didn't, who else would?
Yeah, and this the scene goes on for a while. You do see another face of interest. The Sun Elf that you guys met at the party of the Emerald Enclave, Ramalia Haventree, a woman, long golden hair, golden eyes. Max, you know her to be a member of the Harpers, steps in and takes a look at what's happening, but with a smile on her face, and sits down over here in the corner. I'm assuming the Raven, because you're not around, the gambling table is currently out of use, right?
We should have got Squiddy to run it.
There's just like a little a closed sign, I imagine.
Sure.
Speaking of you, Raven, and Jets, you both see suspect individual. Jet, you first, because you're patrolling the streets. You see on the side alley of the main street, you suddenly see a burly orc climb a water pipe up to the roof of a house. He does it extremely swiftly, and seems to take into account a patrol of the guard that you see pass not too long after. And also of note, this orc, on his back is a longbow, but a longbow of the size that is almost ridiculous. It's almost bigger than him. It is made
like
out
a
of
proper English longbow, is what you're saying. Like
pine wood.
Yeah.
Or even like the Japanese oversized ones, you know.
Like from
They
head to
got a
toe,
fire
like,
like
yeah,
this.
Yeah.
And he starts climbing up, and Raven, soon after, you see him climb up on the roof opposite of Trollskull Manor, like on the other side of the alley, and he
Am
seems to be
I
looking at,
like that water pipe? Me as a thief with the climbing speed bullshit, could I just climb that no problem?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
it's like a rope, basically.
Yeah, I'll climb after him in that case.
Sure. Roll me a stealth check. I'm assuming. Oh, no, you're invisible, so with advantage. And,
Stuff. Thank you for the 23.
23. Cool. And he's most definitely paying attention to the front door of the tavern.
Yeah, I'll be a bit off to the side. Like I'll be pretty close to him, so I can and I'll be behind him, so I can see essentially what he sees.
Yeah, sure.
So I'll be.
They're mostly flat roofs, so you don't have too much trouble. And he doesn't seem to have noticed you yet. So you don't see any signs of that. Okay.
Do I know now when I'm pretty close to him? Do I see anything telling about him?
Telling.
Like any marks I can see?
Yeah, roll another perception check if you would.
Okay.
If you please.
24.
Ooh, 24. Okay.
Got a shirt that says "I love Jalak sword." He made one fatal mistake.
Yeah, you do see. You watch him for a few minutes, and he's mostly completely still, but you see him sometimes shift a little bit, and at one moment his cloak shifts to the left and reveals on his shoulder a mark of the Zentrim, but the Zentrim of the same tattoo that Morlai has.
Okay, that's
Morlai's got
pretty interesting.
Okay. Yeah, I'll watch him for now.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you watch him for now. Inside, the party continues. Some patrons leave. Some come in. And yeah, that's pretty much the situation for about another hour and a half. So Max, I'm assuming you're taking some breaks. Do you pay attention to?
I don't take breaks. I'm on the job.
Okay, you don't take any breaks. Your fingers starting to hurt a little bit, even with your master.
I've had nice practice doing this.
Master skills. Okay.
I mean, I slow down the tempo, but at some point I play a different instrument.
Constant
Yeah,
fire
and
flame.
at one point, Zardos brings his attention back to you, Mordai, and says, "Will you, as master of this tavern, show me your sleeping quarters to see? I mean, I'm assuming you have rooms prepared for those that wish to rest here."
It's a tavern, not an inn.
There's
You're
no-
not dead yet.
Yeah, you're not yet.
Yeah,
Yeah. Sorry.
not that kind of place. This is strictly a tavern.
And he kind of leans in. Anywhere we can talk privately.
An odd.
Ah,
An odd, I think,
a possibility there is a last.
I did not understand what you said, sorry.
He's got a heavy accent. Who knows?
Okay, sure. Well, on me then.
Okay. Yeah, he stands up.
Yeah, it's a bit of a complicated way to get upstairs, but yeah.
Okay.
And I just lead him up to the common room.
Okay. Yeah. As he exits, he turns to his men. Say, "You dare not let this party end before I come back." Okay. And yeah, you lead him upstairs towards the common room. Okay. Yeah, move yourself over there.
Yeah.
And he kind of looks behind him on the stairs.
Echo. So if I see this happening, can I try to catch the eye of the weird sun elf?
Sure.
And I kind of
Yeah, well, you would have to move a little bit. She is paying attention towards the main area of the bar, so it's hard to.
I decided it's not worth it.
Okay. Sure.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, upstairs you see Zardos. Look behind him, check if the coast is clear, and let out a large and take off his hat, and from there appears the form of Jarlaxle.
Who could have known?
He says, "Well,
Welcome in your real skin.
yes, that personality does get a bit draining.
Real loud, huh?
Well, it's not so bad when you travel for weeks on end on a ship, or even short bursts. But if you had an entire day of parades, whew, something
Oh,
should
yeah,
be
I
done."
can imagine. Ugh, sounds like hell. Right.
Now, I did not expect for you to be the only one to talk to me. I mean, I saw Max downstairs, but he didn't seem to be interested in joining us.
Max is with the music today, and I'm in the talking role.
Right? And what are the others of your crew?
I don't actually know where the others two are.
I must say, they put a lot of faith in you. You stand
Yeah, it scares me too,
the legendary Jarlaxle, if I say so myself.
Oof,
In a room all alone. Who knows what might happen?
Exactly. But then again, not quite there yet, but soon to be legendary. More than lost, maybe,
It's a respectable goal. I'll give you that. All right, so Please do enlighten me. How did your part of the bargain go?
As it should be expected.
Oh, we're talking like that, are we? So, did you get the stuff?
We got the dope. Yes, we did.
Well, fantastic.
Okay.
I can also say for my part that we successfully acquired the dope.
Good.
So, well, now you seem to be holding most of the cards. You have the stone, you have 2 of the keys, or 2 of the eyes.
Indeed. Which means we should move when we so wish.
Sure. I suppose there's that other alternatively.
Which would be what?
Well, something crossed my mind. I mean, I've put a lot of faith in you chaps up until this point. I mean, you've done good things. And should you live to tell the tale, I'm sure you will become the legendary Morai. But I am already Jarlaxle. I've been everywhere. Really, it should be me, the one to hold the stone and hold the eyes. Of course, that doesn't mean there should be an end to our partnership, but maybe we should tip the scales just at that.
I look at him.
This is the part where you speak your thoughts, friend.
I said my part.
Playing
You
hard to
didn't
get,
give a
or
counter. You didn't give a counter. Not really. Just veiled threats. I'm not here for veiled threats.
If real threats.
do you did you know, out of interest, now that it's all behind us, did you know where the third eye was?
Yeah.
Curious. Why didn't you tell me at our previous meeting?
Well,
I was very proud of having that information, you know.
fine. You got me on this one. We didn't know.
Well, then let me enlighten you. The eye was held by a noble family. Goes by the name of Thunderstaff.
Did we hear of them ever? Because the name doesn't sound familiar to me.
I
I
believe
thought
it
we
had-
knew where all the eyes were. I thought the Centurion, like...
No, we saw he had one of the eyes, but he said he didn't.
Yeah.
So
I've
that's
got something written down
Oh,
about a Thunderbrand family. Is that a different family?
completely different.
Oh, did I say Thunderbrand at one point? It should be Thunderstaff. My
I've
bad.
got Thunderbrand family, big ties in the arcane arts, and
Yeah,
the
that's
patriarch has government ties apparently. Thunderstar,
Thunderstaff. My bad. Yeah.
From the staff, okay.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that.
Oh, of course we know.
I've heard it's in the band. So.
Interesting.
Well, with your history of assaulting a noble family, I may have put in a little. What do you call it?
Pretty certain we
An
both have
insurity.
history, don't we?
Sorry, what did you say?
I said, I smile and then I say, I'm certain we both have that same history, don't we?
Well, but when I did it, I became a lord. When you did it, well, that remains to be seen, I suppose. But should there be evidence of you assaulting a noble family, then I think you might be in deep shit.
I see. Which one of us did you go disguise as?
Well, I don't know if you have a habit of visiting the Watch's wanted posters,
Not really.
but you might be looking into her mail.
Oh, come on. Why me, man? Everyone's already on my shit.
Yeah, you're the easiest target. I mean, look at yourself.
But then again, you say that is true, but Watch knows where I am.
Do they
I'm
now?
surprised that they wouldn't come for me already.
Well, I'm not sure how they work. I'm not even sure if they have found the little pieces the little crumbs that have left behind. But should
still know
our
a couple
kill
of
go
them.
south, maybe there'll be some information that will be put into their pockets.
Interesting. And you've thought this through very much, didn't you?
Well, not really. No, I really operate on the fly of my pants. Do they say that here? I think they say that here.
Well, yes, I was being sarcastic a little bit,
Hmm.
Because I'm sure it wouldn't go that smoothly with the framing as you think it would.
It wouldn't. Please do tell.
No. Just let me keep some secrets to myself.
Is this an actual secret, or are you trying to bluff?
Oh, I'm bullshitting.
Okay.
Well, I'm also bullshitting, and I'm also going off the fact of the dealings we had with the sergeants and shit. So that maybe it would not be that.
Okay. So there's still some element of bullshit. Yeah, sure.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Give me a deception check.
You have 7 in deception. What the fuck?
All right.
Indeed.
Suppose I've learned better than to take it lightly. All right. So how about our original plan? We both go hand in hand towards the vault, and we see what's in there. 5149. Is that still on the table, or do you have other demands?
It's still on the table.
I'm very glad to hear that. Do you
But
know
choose
where we
that.
are supposed to head for our grand finale?
Me? No.
Well, yes, because you're apparently the mastermind of this ensemble.
I wouldn't say that. Maybe I'm just the most expendable. That's why I'm here alone in the room with the great Jalaxel.
You certainly are.
And maybe that will make me survive till the end,
I do quite like your moxie, I gotta admit. It's what you have to do to survive in the world of heroes and adventurers.
Indeed.
All right. So, the original plan was to go tonight, was it not? To
Yes.
assemble the pieces.
But that is the one difference. We will choose the time. Not tonight.
I'm not sure if I can agree with you there, buddy. I am on a very tight schedule. I would very much appreciate it if we did our work together in the night before morning.
Cannot be done.
And why is this?
This is our choice. We have other business dealings, not of the same kind.
You have other business dealings not of the same kind. Do you realize we're talking about 500,000 gold pieces?
Yes.
This is...
I also realize there's not a lot of people that know where it is or how to get there. It will still be there tomorrow or the day after tomorrow.
He starts walking over to you.
God and Mordai.
Now I realize you're probably not as stupid as this, but please do allow me to search you. See if you have anything of interest.
Why do you think I'm here and not someone else?
Most disposable member.
Well,
You really think I would be here with any piece?
I mean, I suppose I thought I'd gained your trust just a little bit up until this point. I've been.
Please, you're the
kind to
great
you,
Jarlaxle. We don't trust you as far as we can throw you.
And we're not a very strong party.
Yeah, none of us have athletics.
I don't know if I should be offended or if I should be glad.
I admit there was a bit of 50-50 in there, you know. But 60-40 towards, you know, positive
So,
compliment.
well, you're a confusing one.
Thank you.
What if I were to stroll downstairs? Surely,
Go downstairs.
somewhere in this place, you've hidden your grand treasure. I'm just exploring my options here. Please, do
You
brainstorm.
want to search the whole room, the whole building? Is that it? Is that what you think will get you what you want?
Well, so
Not
far,
make a deal with us?
you've promised me that you have all the necessary items. But I would just like to look at it. You know, I like to know that you actually still have it. I'd like to know that it is. I mean, no offense to your eyes, but we're talking about something a little above your station here.
Well,
I think that's the least that you could do for me, wouldn't it?
I'd say that's a pretty big part of what I can do for you.
I'm very glad to hear it.
Could do for you. Won't.
Oh. That's just the won't. There's not even a counter demand or anything.
Look,
I'm looking you right in the eye.
we will be going day after tomorrow, in the night, middle of night, with you, 100%.
The day after tomorrow.
No
Day after tomorrow.
taxis. No taxis.
Give me a persuasion check, Moran.
Well, this is why I pay him the big bucks.
But maybe it was actually a deception check. It's not true.
It's a bit of a mix of everything.
100%.
100%. Surely 100% true for you.
Sounds like a bullshit to me.
100% from 25% of the party, you know?
Wait, that's all the math. No can do. But tomorrow nights, I can stretch my patience that much.
Agreed.
Finally, some sense in that land. He kind of like looks like he's going for a hug, and then he stops and like puts both of his hands on either of your shoulder, and then he looks you in the eye and says, "I do like your Moxie, I do, but I do have a limited amount of patience. So if it turns out you're bullshitting me, or you're betraying me, or anything of the like, really, know that I take that kind of thing very badly. So if you do agree with me, and we're on the same ship, then that's that. There's no going back."
Indeed.
Alrighty then. Friends it is.
Of course.
Best friend.
Well, I suppose you should let the others know. I have other business to attend to tonight.
Go ahead.
It has been, I suppose I'll say it. It's been fun, alright.
I'll say
That's
the
true.
same.
Okay, and he starts heading out of the room. And as he exits, he puts back on his hat, turns into Zardos again. In the meantime,
As the doors close, and I can hear him walking out. Is it definitely like?
yeah,
You
you
did
take a
great,
moment for
Joel.
yourself.
You did good.
And then I go back down
That's not the one.
into the bar.
Yeah, still this guy. Okay. Yeah, but in the meantime, as this is happening, about
Okay.
sorry. As not too long after Mordai and Zardos head up, Jets, Jets and Raven, both roll me a perception check. It's not too hard because you're out.
Pretty
on
bad though. He's got it.
You have the advantage of being on the.
Of course. He's got it too. Maybe.
On the third
Who
peak.
knows? Maybe it's DC.
Yeah, no, it's not very hard at all. Both of you cleared it easily. You see amongst the various patrons, heading in and out. You see suddenly heading into the alley is a very extremely fancy carriage. You see gold and red, and you recognize the noble family sigil of the Castellanters. And at the front of the carriage is the purple tall tiefling Williford, and he drives the carriage up towards the entrance of the manor, steps off, opens the door, and out steps. I'm not sure if you follow this jet, but out steps Victorio, the patriarch of the Castellanter family.
Oh, I'm sure Mordai's got this.
You see Wilford standing outside, remaining, at the carriage as Victorio strolls in, gives a nod and a smile towards Yagra. You see he's dressed in his trademark, like a very purple, almost like a blouse, very popped up, with a walking cane and luxurious leather shoes, and he steps over, looks around, and sees you, Max. Makes eye contact with you, gives you a nod and a smile, and sits over here and heads on the waitress.
Wait, that's him?
Mm-hmm.
God, he looks evil in that picture. Anyway.
No, Italian.
Yeah, evil. Like you said.
Anyway, does the not Sanafar, Centrine dude seem to react to the Castle London coming?
The orc? Not that you notice. He doesn't move. No,
he's a proper assassin sniper. He is completely still waiting for.
Yeah. Seems to be
for his right moment to strike. Essentially, other than keeping an eye on the entrance and what's going on at the tavern, I'm like keeping an eye on this guy to see if I can figure out who his target is.
Okay, sure, makes sense. And he just sits there, waits for your current song to end, Max, and you see he's delivered like a goblet of your fancy wine that's on the menu, that you got from Mertz. Yeah, and as the song ends, he takes a goblin in one hand and walks over to you. Do you begin a new song, or do you wait?
I know. I paused for a second, like sat down at the stairs. So what's his first name again?
Victorio. Oh no, sorry, Victorio.
Victoria. Yeah, I kind of like stand off the stage, and I'm like, Victoria, what a pleasant surprise to see you here.
Greetings, Marius. It's always a pleasure.
Indeed. Do we owe this lovely visit to anything in particular?
He kind of like he seems to be a little bit taken aback by the question. Says, "Well, first of all, to celebrate your new business opportunity."
Oh, thank you.
You've done very well for yourself.
Almost like fell into the palm of your hands. But don't you worry, we still have our eyes set on the task.
I'm glad to hear it. I have not heard back from you since the first.
It's been a very busy. I can't even remember how long ago it was. A few days, week perhaps. But we are making solid progress.
I see. Oh well, may I know you have guests to entertain, but may I take a moment of your time, perhaps?
Yeah, of course. They will wait a few minutes, I'm sure. I kind of try to catch the waitress' attention, ask her bring me a drink, because I kind of we go towards the free table.
Okay, yeah, she gets you an ale. Yeah, and sits back down at the table that you were sitting at. Well, I suppose I should get down to business. I'm here for another reason.
I did assume perhaps that was the case.
To invite you to a gala that my wife and I are preparing.
Gala?
Well, it is in fact to celebrate the birthday of our beautiful twins.
I see. Oh, Jack, I'm trying to remember. It's been a very long time. This birthday was when it was kind of too late.
No. Well, yes. You.
It's been a very long time.
Yeah, you got the idea. He said that once the twins turn a certain age, that their souls will be taken from them.
But he didn't say the age.
No, they didn't say the age, but they did seem very,
okay,
very worried, and they wanted extreme.
Yeah, I'll be like, oh, of course. How old will they be now?
They will turn 9.
I kind of give them an important age, that is, and kind of just eyeing him up.
It is.
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
I hope there will be many more to come, of course.
Oh, I'm sure there will be. When will this take place?
It will be in 3 days from now. Of course, the Castle Villa will be open to our esteemed guests.
Well,
we'll prepare a buffet.
I am convinced that I and my, if you allow me a +1 or a +3, will be there in all our splendor, and I'm sure we will be able to toast to the future success and lives of the twins.
I see, of course, you and your friends are most definitely invited. You have done me a great service by aiding us like this.
Oh, do not mention it. But no, I am sure by that point we will be less busy, I hope, and able to celebrate the birthday properly.
Less busy, okay. I see what you're saying. I shouldn't worry about the preparations then.
No, and I kind of lower my voice a little bit, and I start trying to do the old inciting what Harry Swans in my next bit. But I'm like, how have the twins been? Have there been any developments in that area?
Oh, no, thank the gods, no. No, they have been eternally happy and playful as they have always been.
I kind of nod. And you have had no problems with the with that, which the name is probably not worth mentioning.
Wait, sorry, could you repeat that?
I find it kind of weird. I want to say, when he's nod, I'm like, and you have not had any more problems of the like that affected them?
Oh no, their problem is solitary, and we have not faced any other issues regarding their fate.
Alright, I'll roll in some that to see if like.
Okay.
Oh, no advantage feels bad.
Yeah, he seems a bit. Yeah, it's. He seems to think it's a bit of a strange question. Or he
Yeah.
has to think about it. It's hard to say like through through his visage.
Yeah. Okay, I can notice. Like I see. I can lower my voice even more.
So the sword comes back down and through the front entrance. He takes a look around and says, "Oh well, as I have enjoyed the company that you have given me, now it is time for the great Aros to rejoin with this parade and spread the joy throughout the city. They will be lost without me, I assure you. They will not even find their way back to their ships."
I wave him.
Roll me or a perception check, Max.
Yes. Another perception. I never did one.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Okay. You do see Zardos. He glances around the room. He does take notice of you two. And you also see Romalia behind you, the sun elf. As you've been a bit interested in her throughout the night. You see her eyes narrow a bit at Zardos. That's basically it. He takes up his posse. The female woman that came with him has just been sitting solitary in the corner, not even drinking anything. Stands up now and stands by his side. And they, after a few moments of collection, they both disappear.
Yeah, I kind of watch him a little, but kind of like half out of my head, still trying to like focus on Victoria. And I'm like, I lower my voice like even more. So like kind of really like leaning in, and I'm like, do you know how, if we, as I hope we're able to get the required money, how we will go about contacting whatever was exactly the cause of their fate?
Oh, I see. Yes, I have had our servant Williford. He has done great research in these things. He knows this specific ritual that is required. Yes, do not worry about that. We will sacrifice the gold, and our contract with Asmodeus will be null and void.
I kind of not, and I kind of like raise up again. I speaking them one over him. I'm like, well, in that case, I very much look forward to this gala, and I'm convinced my companions will be of the same mind.
Okay, yes, I thank you as well, and give my regards to your parents. I mean, they should see the invitation arrive on the doorstep soon enough.
Of course.
And then he kind of like dusts off his clothes as he stands up and says, "Once again, I am proud of you, of the man that you have become."
Thank you, Victoria, and hopefully we will see you even before the gala.
I hope so as well. Kind of gives you like a serious nod. Before he starts making not a beeline, but like straight for the entrance.
Yeah. Kind of like look deep into my mug, like thinking, just kind of pondering. But yeah, after a couple minutes, I decided it's time to get back to work and down it and get back up.
Okay. Those of you outside.
The orc didn't react to Stardust either.
No, he didn't. No. He seems to be still just.
The list is getting shorter.
Who's annoyed the leader of Zentum recently? Not Max. No.
Lawson would never do that, right?
So he gets back into the carriage. Williford climbs back on the driver's seat, and they depart.
Would be pretty funny if it's after me. Standing behind him the entire time.
Where is he? I just don't see him. Okay. And yeah, basically, other than that, the evening doesn't. There's not that much interesting going on. The son of not too long after, about 10 minutes after Zardos leaves, she also stands up and pays for a drink and starts heading out. She does make eye contact with you, Max, if you pay attention, and gives you a nod of recognition.
Yeah, I do the same. I'm sorry, I'm busy back up here, but yeah, I do.
Not much. Okay. Yeah, and the evening goes well. David's meal idea, is a bit of a slow success, but some patrons ordering food, but mostly it's just about the alcohol and especially the crew that Zoris brought with them drank a lot of your supply.
That's good.
Yeah, and once they leave, the place does quiet down a bit. Yeah, and it's a quiet night. Other than that, does anybody want to do anything else in the evening? Otherwise, we can skip through.
Did we see Zardos leave? As in,
yeah, you
Jalax
saw
and Zardos.
yeah, you saw Zardos leave with his posse just straight through the main entrance.
Cool. Well, shortly after you've seen him leave, I'd go down then.
Okay.
And see what's going on. Ask Mordai how it went.
You're muted, Tom.
I'd say it's gone just too well. Lots of back and forth. And
What did you tell him?
Well, we're gonna go tomorrow evening.
All right. That buys
Pretty much
us.
pretty much the best.
That might just do it.
Apart from, if
That buys us enough time to organize to betray him.
Man, I don't like my odds once we betray him. He said he broke into another noble family and
Did you bring up the dragon?
as me. No, we didn't get to that point. I was very close to, but then he was like, "Oh,
okay. Well, that's our ace in the hole. We should speak to that dragon tomorrow. We need to. Tomorrow is our finding a way to deal with Jarlax all day.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Agreed.
Okay.
There's still some
Yes,
hours in the
yeah.
evening, right?
Let's
If there's
leave.
I'd run the gambling table a little bit, make a little that side income.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
How much profit? How much money did we make the other night? Did we ever?
It's a bit weird because there are official rules, but they only go by a week. So
Yeah, but
I decided
we're so successful. Every night is like a week for us.
I did roll for your guys' profits. Let's see. 99. So now I have to roll
99.
3d10
500 gold.
because you guys did really well. You had there's modifiers for the gambling table, the waitress, the bouncer, and the music. Rolling you guys 16 gold on your opening night, which is for a tavern.
16 gold profit?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that also includes, because it was the opening night, it includes some donations from from friends and
Big
and
money
like.
though.
Yeah.
Big enough. Okay.
Anyway, I'll rub some gambling for the rest of the evening. Yeah.
I'll just keeping an eye, knowing that, like, it's more or less just us and random. Like, I haven't seen anyone else of interest entering,
Mhm.
and the orc is still there.
Yeah.
I'm on a high alert right now, like making sure he doesn't shoot any of our friends that are all more or less dead already. So,
Okay.
other than one of us.
Yeah.
Is he like on the side of the build, like on the edge of the roof, or is he like a bit in?
He's not on the edge. He is, the cloak does a very good job of hiding his form, but he is still quite bulky.
Okay.
So he's like on the kind of like in the center part of the roof, but he still seems to
I
be able
can't
to-
just push him down the.
Well, also
No.
the roof isn't that tall, so probably wouldn't do that much damage if that's what you're looking for.
No,
But,
I'm not looking for damage. I'm more looking for, hey, there's a guy prone on the ground in front of the
Mm.
tavern right now that was trying to
Yeah.
shoot us.
That would cause some stir for sure. No one. Okay, so other than that, yeah, the evening grows to a close. Yagra comes in and starts, after closing time, after the song has been played and everything, she starts escorting the last patrons out. Come on. And then says her goodbyes as well. And yeah, the tavern is yours alone again.
I put the cards away, and yeah, sweet. Well, I'm gonna sleep like I've never slept before. Does Jet come in?
Wait, yeah, I kind of go up into like more than like so it went well, like hearing Raven like say that he like kind of puts away cards.
Tomorrow evening.
Yeah, it's pretty well. Yeah, good shit, Mordai, and you didn't die.
I feel like I was getting very close to it, though.
Ah, I'm sure you had him. All right.
I mean, I did, obviously, right?
It was close to someone,
saying.
Steph. Close to
I
someone.
had another, like, I could get myself out of there. I feel.
I know you could. Well, so tomorrow evening we're meeting with him and we're going. Does he know where it is?
I don't think so.
But we
don't
think
know.
we might at least. All right.
We're not going with him though, right? Like, if there's one thing we're certain about with Jarl Axel, is that he's going to betray us at some point.
Yeah, I'm not like really about going into like I mean,
Definitely lean towards.
We gotta like, if
it's like in a
if we want to have
graveyard,
any
right?
chance, we need to betray him before he betrays us.
Yeah, but
Oh,
then
yeah.
we'll do it real early. Like, I mean, all right. Well, basically, like when he meets us tomorrow, he's got to have it with him, right? Like we've got to have it with us, kind of. He's got to have it with him, and it's just basically who betrays each other first at that point. Right?
I want to try and make an ally of the dragon beneath the docks or in the harbour.
Well, okay, well, yeah. This is when we call in all the favors. So we got
Yeah.
the so who's our potential list of allies? Our list of allies grows sick. Now, I think
Potentially the dragon, depending on
Potentially dragon.
when the Black Staff gets back. Potentially her.
we
Potentially-
get some of the royal guards.
Yeah, the ruler of the city, what's his name, Laryl Silverhand.
Mm-hmm. I might see if the Viper wants to do a little bit of viping.
Yeah.
I only want. Yeah, sorry.
Just for my own recollection, because I sometimes have a brain fart as well. Did you guys already discuss the documents that you got from Mention? Or like I know.
Yes,
Max and Jack
I
read-
mentioned like the ritual thing to make everyone forget. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, you
I
mentioned.
didn't
that.
tell Mert about it, but I mentioned it to like Raven.
Sure. Okay.
And did we mention it to the Lord?
No.
No.
Let's see. Okay, in that case, yeah. Sorry, proceed.
So I'm like, yeah. So hopefully some of the royal guard, hopefully the Viper wants to do a little bit of viping. The only one I don't really want to talk to in Mert, but it seems like he's
Agreed.
in there. But like, do you think like, so like these are all a lot of different parties, but I kind of want at least all of them watching it back in some way. Do you think the Black Stuff's going to be like chill, like us being there with some royal guards, and do you think like they're going to be and she technically
From what
will-
Lyra Silverhand said, the Black Staff will more or less agree with her decisions, and if and when they disagree, that's we're gonna have to make choices. But generally speaking, I think the Black Staff would be fine with it.
So you want to go speak to the Black Stuff tomorrow? I can go speak to the Open Lord. Then we all go. Should we ever go to speak to the dragon?
Well, we're gonna have to get like magic to go and speak with the dragon. Right? Last time we got potions. We're gonna have to get some more potions of speaking to dragons.
Find a shop that I thought they were potions of water previously.
Yeah, that's what they were.
Yeah, I mean we'd grab some right at the.
Potions of speaking to dragons underwater.
Exactly. There's the potion shop. I'm sure somewhere in the trade world we can pick some up.
All right. Well, I'll have to pick up some of those for anyone who's going. But yeah,
Yeah, I can speak to the Viper. I got this paper bird from Murd actually, so I guess I could just like send a letter to like the Open Lord, but I kind of want to do it face to face.
Yeah. We got a day. Mordo bought us a day. Good job, Mordo.
Yeah, that's real nice. Hopefully we can get as many of our allies rounded up if possible. Kind of nod. Yeah,
Nice.
I don't know. Murd, like, I mean, the Harpers are like, you know, an old organization that are pretty well known for being quite respectable guys. I don't know if he was just hiding truth from me because, you know, he didn't want me to know if it actually is something dodgy going on. But I guess the risk.
Murd's been shady with us in the past.
Yeah, I think the risk is too big to take.
Wasn't he shady around the whole unicorn we found in that maze?
Yeah, he does like collecting weird shit like that, but you know what I mean.
He pretended to have like no idea what it was or something.
I can't remember. Maybe.
Is that what happened, Jacko?
Maybe.
Maybe.
We like brought him this thing, and we were like, "Do you know what's in this?" And he's like, "No, I have no idea." And we were like, "Maybe."
Well, you know, I'm sure we have.
Anyway, don't trust him.
You want to get any of his into friends with us, Mordai? I'm not really about that. We will bring
I mean, I don't know. You know,
We could ask Davil.
We don't need more potentially shifty characters. You know,
You don't need more people with different
we
genders.
we have enough legit shifty characters. You know.
Hey, but are you going to invite some of your little friends along, Jet?
Jess isn't there. He's behind an orc with a giant longbow on a roof.
Thought he was invisible, man.
But by the way, you know, Jackson said he mentioned the Thunderstaffs family.
What about them?
That he got it from them.
Oh, right, the magic family. Magicians.
That's weird. But I guess it kind of makes sense. They'd have such a magical artifact.
So they were invested in this too. Huh?
Wait. So he's got that one. And then we've got the other two? I keep forgetting.
Yes. Jess and I each have one, and you have the stone itself.
Yeah, I got that. Alright. So we're gonna... Okay, but so tomorrow we're gonna have maybe a dragon. Wait, can dragons how's a dragon actually help us?
I don't know, I think they're pretty fucking good, right?
So like dragon, man, they're very powerful.
Can't just like fly up into the city, right? Or get like shot at by the guards or something.
Can dragons turn into people in this edition? I can't.
That's kind of what I'm asking.
You can do that, right, Jack?
Metallic ones can, I think.
Roll an Arcana check.
Oh, I want to do that.
I know one race of dragons that definitely can. Just not maybe yet can. Don't know, but
who knows? Maybe they can turn into smaller dragons.
Ooh.
Boo. Boo.
Yeah, Morda, you've heard of especially powerful dragons, assuming the guise of humanoids. Walk around.
Strong ones can shapeshift. I don't know.
Dude, Bill.
Excellent.
I'm pretty sure of it, yeah.
Oh, I mean, that'd be cool. Then we get like just a dragon hang out. No one would expect that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, dragon dude pops up and it's like, dragon.
Contingent Royal Guards, Archmage, Legendary Assassin. Man, if Joel Axel beats us here, it's kind of embarrassing.
That's a good point.
It's gonna be real embarrassing. Okay, well, I mean, I feel pretty good, but you guys look like you should get some fucking rest.
Tell me about it.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, well, Jet was sneaking around outside somewhere.
Yeah.
No idea where he's got to.
He'll be fine.
Maybe
I go up to my room.
I go to my
Max, roll
room
me
as well.
intelligence check, by the way.
Me?
Yeah.
No. You make it sound like I'm being an idiot. I refuse. I'm a smart.
It's been a long time, but this is, you know.
Int check. Okay, I'm gonna roll investigation. But that's int unskilled.
Investigate your mind.
Okay. We're all good.
It's been a long time. A long time.
Okay, so you guys head towards your rooms. Jet, what do you still just take care of this orc? You know, keeping him company.
yeah, I'm still keeping the orc company.
Yeah, he seems to be even like throughout the night. He seems to be just keeping an eye, you know, on the tavern.
Check it.
It's not fine. I'm just like meditating next to him, like not right next to him.
Wait, Jacko, can I actually write a paper bird before I go to bed? I forget the name. What's the name of the Chikusa with the black wife again? I can say, I wrote it on my character sheet. Right, I'm sure I did that. Esvel Vosna. That's the name, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how big birds work. I did write the name and it somehow knows.
Yeah,
Um,
you
think so,
type
yeah.
the name. You think of the person.
Oh, think of the person. Then I write
The intended recipient.
I write
Oh, you have to whisper the name of the intended recipient. Yeah.
meet me in the alley where we met our new friend tomorrow. 2 p.m.
Okay.
And I sign it. Do I sign it? You don't. There's no. So the magic paperwork you don't just automatically know, right? The receiver doesn't know where it came from.
No, just
I sign it.
Just-
Rock on.
rock on.
Rock on, and then I send.
Okay. One word or.
No, obviously not, Jacko.
Okay. Yeah, you sign the paper bird, and it flies off out of the balcony window.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then I go sleep. So.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, you guys find your rest. Jet, how long do you want to keep watch? As long as this orc is keeping watch?
Yeah.
It's 1 p.m. 1 a.m. 2 a.m.
You hate to hear
3
it.
a.m.
I keep
4 a.m.
keeping watch.
Okay. Yeah. For the others, sleep finds you easily. Some long overdue rest. And Mordai, you find yourself back in the realm that you have found yourself often these last nights. You know, the weird shadowy plane, the void of color, black, white, and gray dominating the area.
Okay.
But as opposed to the weird, like, endless sand under your feet, now you're standing in your room, the room of Trollskull, but everything is twisted a little bit. Like, imagine, like, Frodo wearing the ring. It's like refractions coming off the wall of the corners. Yeah, and it feels like you're like moving in slow motion, almost. And like soundless, suddenly, like a form appears in front of you, and it is, it's hard to gauge. It seems vaguely humanoid, but on that, it's almost like a shade, and but it has the face of your father again, and it says, "A shadow passes through. Beware." And as he says the last word, you shake awake in your bed. What do you do?
I look around.
Okay, make me a perception check.
There's a perception button. Click.
Okay. Yeah, as you know, it's dark, but your eyes are well adjusted, of course, and you sharpen your ears, and you do hear in the hallway like a creak of a plank, an unnatural creak.
Can I quickly figure out what time of night it is? Is it morning? Is it middle of night?
It seems to be total
Is
darkness.
it total darkness? Okay. I summon my sword quietly, and I kind of like position myself behind the door, but yeah, behind. This would be behind the door. Oh no, it would be. What way would the door open? This way. Like this way, so I can like immediately see if someone tries to enter.
Okay.
Or like basically listen to the footsteps, which way they're going. If I'm
Sure. Yeah, with you're paying attention for any sound, you hear the softest opening of a door, but it's not yours.
I I softly open my own door and peek out.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see anything immediately, but you do see that the door towards the library is open.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a railing, not a wall.
Any light in there, or?
No, currently, unless Raven specifically wanted there to be lights, it would be.
No.
I sneak towards it.
Okay.
Sneak towards the beacon side.
Out of curiosity, because from the vantage point I have, like watching where the orc is like watching the manor, yada yada, can I see this movement in the manor?
Yeah, roll me a perception check. See if you notice anything.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's extremely hard to see. But you know, also one of these windows are not they're not closed, and you see just a vaguest hint of movement, like the moonlight that is there. Just
Yeah, I can like see through the light that comes here and here, like yeah. Because we should be on the same height as this right now, right? If I'm on the roof.
Yeah,
of
you're
the
pretty much
building.
on the same height as
Yeah.
the roof floor, yeah. Yeah, and Mordai, are you trying to be stealthy about this?
Yeah.
Okay, roll me stealth check as well then.
I step on the one
Jesus
playing that's
Christ,
extremely
boy.
loud.
But that wakes me up, right?
Wakes all of us up, guys. I'm like, fucking Mordai.
Yeah, I'll say you with your past perception while asleep.
Wakes me
Yeah,
up.
you have to open the door a little bit more, and it just does that creaking noise, that my door does. But let me see if it can make sound effects.
Oh, it's one day. It's not creepy.
Too
Yeah,
well.
does that creaking noise. And yeah, you do see, as you open it, you see a figure standing in the corner. One hand, like on one of the bookshelves, with some of the books and items that were later. You see the purple cloak of the Black Viper. Yeah, and as you open the door and it creaks with almost like an animalistic like turn, she looks in your direction. You see the mask on her face. Let's roll initiative. Turn order.
What happens if you get a long rest interrupted in 5e? Does it matter?
Doesn't matter now.
No.
Nice. Wait, but so we're not level 7 yet?
No, not quite yet. Sorry.
Okay, just checking. Man, what are you doing, Jet? Not doing a long rest when you level up at the end? You're insane.
But there's a fucking assassin
You
walking
just
around.
let him kill us.
Just kill the assassin. Come in.
Yeah, I'm 8 HP. I'm
You
sure I'll be able to kill
got it.
this giant
coup de
orc assassin.
grace from Silence.
Oh, that's a thing in this game, yeah. Only with Pathfinder.
Darnation.
Okay, Raven, you can roll initiative as well.
Wait, Jacko.
Yeah.
Is this guy like continuously holding his bow, or does he like have it?
No,
twisted?
it's both on his back.
I could just cut the string.
Genius. Okay. Yeah, I'll say, Raven, this turn you spent, waking up from the sun. You recognize some, stumbling of movement that shouldn't be there this deep in the night. It's probably not more like just going to the bathroom. Yeah, but the Black Viper wordlessly just runs straight at you, Mordai. and tries to strike at you.
God damn it! I have like no AC right now.
But I'm sure you have plenty AC
I
actually.
mean, I don't have armor on. I don't have my shield. You know, I have 12 AC right
12
now.
AC. Oh,
Ooh,
when
should
Jacko
have
was...
put your armor on, man.
Yeah, but no crit though.
Oh yeah, I had time to put on armor right now.
Might be a crit, right? She might have like the assassin archetype or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh.
doesn't not a crit, luckily, not a crit. I had to check, but makes a second attack.
No sneak attack either. You love to see it.
Wait, when she hits the target with a weapon attack, and has advantage on the attack roll, but she doesn't have advantage. Who doesn't?
Oh my
Doesn't
god!
hit.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay. So so while she's running at you, like the rope unfurls and she just pulls out a rapier and just runs at you, strikes at you immediately, with intent to kill, it seems. It's your turn.
What's more? Can you make your health public? I'm curious.
Oh, good. Do I have to make...
It's not. Oh yeah, I can't see yours either. Actually.
I can't see Ian's.
Oh, yeah,
Or
see.
eyes.
Sure, I have done this before, but...
Okay. Oh, you kind of
Ooh.
low. It's a good thing she missed with that second one.
Yeah, very low. Very low.
Raven is good. Max.
To hit any sort of check to hit like fighting like on the floor above me.
Oh yeah, I mean, Pathfinder 2, there's like state rules, right? But I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's the good stuff.
Unconscious.
Waking up 5e. No.
Is incapacitated, can't move or speak. Well, what if you're sleepwalking? Or sleep talking?
This is just perception check with disadvantage, but I know that's something made up. Let me see.
Yeah, perception with disadvantage, but like it will be low DC. So
Yeah.
And if it's passive, it's just -5.
So I'm not. Is it? That's in a sleep condition, right? No. I don't know, like, condition.
I think it is.
Unconscious.
When you're asleep or you're unconscious, I believe, right?
It just doesn't say anything.
poison restraints on unconscious.
That seems so bad. How did they not made rules for this?
Right. As if party never gets character be awoken. How do you? Perception? It's pretty important. Perception while sleeping. General form of sleeping is considered unconscious. Finest almost completely overlap. Unaware of its surroundings. So so in general, is that they are unaware of things?
Sleepers are aware of something in general. I mean, audible things at least use unmodified passive perception, it just says, apparently.
Okay, because Xanathar said whispers don't disturb sleep unless the sleeper's passive wisdom score is 20 or higher. And the whispers are within 10 feet. Speech at a normal volume awakes a sleeper. So speech would awaken
If
it's above
if mine is above 15. And like it's
yeah, this is like she's running.
Yeah, I mean I have 15 passive perception. Like and it's like
yeah,
like
I know that.
my head, right?
That's okay. So I'll let you just wake up with sounds of combat. Your Max is growing a bit paranoid. You hear like a strike of a sword.
Initiative. Oh, perfect.
Just after Mordai.
Okay. Mora, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna be like, whoa, Viper, what the fuck? Okay. And then I will.
I'll stop how that looks like.
I'll cast invisibility on myself.
And imagine all looking at your spell source back, because so jealous.
You can cast your spell, and suddenly you disappear.
Poof.
It's not like he's towards the privy, just like kind of getting out of the way.
I don't know. We gotta do this again. Visibility.
So she knows if he doesn't hide, right? That's
Yeah.
she just knows where he is, right?
But it's still.
Disadvantage.
Yeah.
But this doesn't provoke anyway, right? Because he's still in reach.
But you can't provoke
Yeah.
them invisible, as we discovered, remember? Attack of opportunity says target
Oh,
you
yes.
can see, remember?
Yeah, you have to see the target to attack opportunity.
Raven. Yeah, you just
Yeah.
woke up. Sit up straight.
Leap up, grab my sword out of bed, move half my speed, and then dash and move again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get to there. See her standing there, blood on her sword.
Whose blood is it though?
Say,
She's trying to commit seppuku.
well, I mean, I heard Mordai yelling.
Yeah.
I didn't think a genius figure what was happening to him.
But
But I do kind of.
The blood is also boiling, which kind of helps.
What the hell are you doing? Why are you going through my stuff?
It's hard to see her reaction through the mask, but she doesn't reply with verbally.
Okay.
She. No, do make an insight check. I'll give you an insight check.
Oh, baby. One of my good
More than
stats.
you as well. If you're
My
right
good
there.
stats, I mean, I got a +2.
Okay. You see her eyes quickly, like you see her head turn the slightest, and her eyes quickly turn behind her, but then focus straight on you again with determination. Okay, and she steps up.
You have spells, right? Plenty of spells.
Plenty of spells.
Plenty of spells.
Yeah, okay. And tries to strike you twice with a rapier.
Spells.
20?
That's gonna hit. Easy peasy hit.
Spells.
20 hits. Oh god, what have we become?
Mid damage, though. It's fine.
90?
It also easily hits.
Okay.
Oh god, he can bleed. Oh no.
Yeah, so 2 quick stabs in your stomach, so and you feel the sharp pains and blood starts oozing out.
But she seems nice. She seems. I'm sure she's.
Max, yeah, you're the same. You suddenly wake up.
Not me actually. It's Mordai.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah,
6
yeah.
by 7.
Oh yeah, also, and you have to spend your turn waking up,
Yeah,
I thought you did that last time.
didn't he?
Yeah, he
you said
did,
that
but he's a
time.
6, and Mordai's a 7, so...
Yeah. But you said to him last time he spent his time waking up.
Oh, I thought I said it to you. My bad. Okay, no, that's fine then.
Said it both.
Yeah, Morad, it's your turn.
Okay, this seems to be going one way and one way only.
It's great.
I will do Hexblade's Curse and strike at her.
Oh, it's not a...
Okay. Yep.
And I will wheel.
Ready?
Yeah, I summoned my sword. Like it was basically the first thing I did. Remember?
Oh yeah.
He got out of bed.
Yeah.
You're right.
His sword was out.
Curse
So
of
to speak.
suspicious thing.
So you, there's plenty of shadow right now, and it coalesces around her.
And I will. Yeah, I'm just using it two-handed. So let me just do one little modification.
Easy advantage for being invisible, right? Easy peasy.
Invisible, yeah.
Bam.
Oh! Finally!
Oh,
Wow.
he crits. Wow.
It's...
So 19.
Okay.
Near death.
But it should be another D10, not another D8, right, on the crit.
Oh yeah.
And he's
That's
going to roll a
true.
d10 and get less than a 6 in.
Okay. You see, you know, surprising her. You aim through, but you see at the last moment she dodges her shoulder a little bit, and the cut isn't quite as deep as you expected. Still a very solid hit.
Where's that D10 though?
It's going to be less than a 6.
Slash.
Well, you can two-hand it, right?
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he did 1d10.
Yeah, I didn't
1d6.
modify the. I didn't modify the thing. Let me roll.
Oh, right.
The D8 for the plus should be a D8.
That's 5 less damage.
Love it. I take the 6. I take the 6.
5 less damage. So much less than we thought it would
So
come.
10 damage.
And then second attack. Second attack.
Second.
22.
That's
Right. Well,
17. Excuse me.
It's a 10.
What
The other
Not
happened?
even-
the,
oh,
other
it is
one- the first one was a 2, the 9. You know, this is a 10. This
A
is
2
math
and a
damage.
1, and then right up a 10. Yeah.
Okay, 1 second.
Yeah, she's hexed. That's why like.
Yeah, so that was, yeah, it's crazy,
You
crazy.
could have done more damage with a dagger on your first attack without the crit than you actually did with a crit.
Okay, you hit her twice very hard. But your invisibility ends, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Max. Yeah, you're
That's
awake.
my turn.
Drew, I meant like, oh fuck. I jump through the ceiling. No, wait a second.
Dimension door.
No, I didn't take it. Alright, plus it wouldn't be leveled up anyway.
But you
Yeah,
can crawl through the fireplace to get between these rooms, right?
Oh yeah, I check it.
I don't know. I can't. I remember. I feel like we described this before, and someone said you could, and I was like, no, there's no way you'd be able to do that. It's not how they do
Someone
it.
said you could. No, they
I feel like Jacko is insisting that they were.
What? No, that doesn't sound like me. No, there's a wall there.
Jacko? Alright. I mean, yeah, how fast can I go? I can go 60 plus.
Well, you got to get out of bed for
No,
half your movement.
You're prone.
30, I can go 45.
Yeah.
I go 45 then. Oh wait, how?
Cut,
I'll
don't
just
forget
find you-
cheese diagonals on the corners.
Oh yeah, you right. Oh no, wait.
God, I haven't even leveled up yet, so I can't. Ah. If I had leveled up, I could just jump out of jump off the roof without taking any damage.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I mean, I run up here. I use my bonus action to begin my counter charm. You guys are using something from below.
Somebody wasn't awake yet. They are now.
Exactly. Exactly.
Why are you doing this? I cry as I try and stab her back. Oh no.
Ooh.
That's...
Oh no.
Oh,
God.
Oh god.
The double that once.
Confused about the situation and barely awake. You you don't quite hit. She's nimble. She's one with the shadow. And she's a hard target. Coming back to her. She keeps going for you like a machine.
Idiot. Oh, I love this. Imagine getting hit for like 25 damage on one.
Oh, that's not gonna
Ooh.
do it.
Oh,
That'll do it.
do it. Now do it.
Ow. Would I get her?
I wish we could. Do we get to see her HP? Oh, no, we don't get to see her.
No.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh. Almost
She's-
full.
Sorry, what is fault? What do you mean? What?
Yeah, almost full. I said, yeah, there we go. That's
Oh my god. The fuck is that much HP?
She attacked with even and not you, Mordai.
Oh goody. Goody. Ah, it's still yeah. Barely.
Could that's rebuke, you know?
That's true. That's true.
Value.
Get her, Mordai.
There's no way.
Swing,
it's gonna-
swing. Actually, that's true. I don't think that's refreshed.
Oh.
Refresh? Oh, hello. Oh, yeah.
No, that's
Attribute
probably
from
not today.
being tiefling.
Right, yeah.
Let's see. Let's quickly check.
There's no way hell I should. Like, that's the tiefling thing, right? Like, this, I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, that's not
Yep,
sure.
once per day. Once per day.
I mean,
Now, where the fuck is Lith?
Okay. Where's my thingy? Bam.
try.
Flash. 19.
19 hits.
Let's go, Mordai.
40?
It's a huge.
Hold on.
There we go. Now we got a new carry.
Again, on instinct, she does twist out of the way a little bit. But, yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's why she's taking less damage. It's fucking thieving.
another hit.
Again.
Mordai, you're nuts, man.
Okay. Ooh, okay. And as the second hit strikes her, suddenly she freezes up.
Ooh.
And a moment later, she drops her sword. And looks around. Says, wait. I'm sorry. I wasn't in control of myself.
The fuck was that?
Insight check, Jacko.
Insight check, yeah, do it.
Oh, she said she dropped her sword.
She dropped the sword, yeah.
Can I kick it away?
It's the mask. It's hard.
So
to
how
see.
fancy does
You
her
know-
rapier look, Jacko? I take it.
It's the way they don't know.
That special? It
Oh,
looks
okay.
like.
Nah, I got a +1 rating. You can get that.
I jog upstairs, Jaco. Let me get that.
Yeah.
Oh God!
What-
What's happening? What's happening? I'm like, wait, that's
Your friend here just attacked us, and now professes to have no so she's being controlled.
I apologize greatly. I didn't know what came over me.
What were you here trying to do?
what memories you have.
That was a lie. I know what has happened, but it's perhaps hard to explain or understand.
Oh, you must do that.
Yeah, we're good. We're very understanding people.
You must.
The last few days have been a haze. I've not been in control of my own actions. And she kind of she starts to take off the mask, but then stops. Says, you all deserve to know the truth, I suppose.
Yes, I agree.
Max, you know I was investigating the Catholic family.
Indeed.
I took it upon myself to sneak into their estates, but I was caught. It's Victorio. He turns out to be, I don't know, an accomplished magician or sorcerer.
He does have that look about him.
He cast a spell upon me and made me act and say in a manner that wasn't mine.
Kind of turn to Raven like such spells exist, yes?
They do.
They are powerful.
I
yes.
don't need to roll to know that you can dominate people with magic, right? Like, it's
No.
like saying you need to roll to know you can shoot fire out of your hands with magic. Like, yeah, I don't know the specifics, but yes.
Magic to control you for... Wait, how long ago was this been?
A few days, but at every eve he ordered me to return, and he cast the same spell upon me again.
And you suck at wisdom saving throws. Charisma saves or whatever it is you make.
I wasn't strong enough to resist.
what
It's true.
Perhaps we should sit down somewhere to hear this whole tale.
Yes.
Kind of say it's all like crowded around, you know, like it's like not very big.
Down to the tap room. Pour a pint.
I kind of say
get some clothes on.
I kind of look, but it's already been a long day. I was hoping could at least rest somewhat, but needs must.
No rest
I
for
know
the wicked.
it's hard to trust someone.
That's okay.
especially-
We trust you. Come on.
I was, you know, we were in the secret lair of a really powerful wizard, and Raven doesn't seem to care much about that. So, you know,
We got over that. I got over that and get over this. Come tell us all about it downstairs.
Well, as we kind of walk down, I'm like, hey, Raven, do you still have that way to like read people's minds?
I mean, if I could cast spells and
Oh, yeah,
prepared
yeah.
it for the day.
That feels bad. I'm like, all right. So, okay, so yeah, so start it again. I feel like I'm more night so far away. So you were captured by Victoria, and then what did the audience do?
Yes, I was trying to get a lay of their estates, figure out important entrances and exits, where they kept their valuables, where the patrols of their guards, everything. But once I snuck into, I believe it was Victoria's study, I must admit I was distracted by trying to gain access to his belongings. I didn't notice him until it was too late. And when I looked into his eyes, he wordlessly cast a spell, and I was enthralled. I had
Wait, wordlessly, you say?
no will of my own.
Okay,
Yes,
Jacko, I want to roll.
I know how magic works. I knew not to listen if I can prevent it, but I had no chance to resist.
I want to roll about that.
That's like real powerful magic.
Well, now I'm like, maybe he's a vampire, so should I like roll religion?
Ooh.
Because
Totally.
vampires can do that.
Oh, Arcana. See if I know a spell. I don't think it's like I'm not about this.
He's almost certainly a vampire.
I mean, you've heard tales, like bad time stories about vampires, enthralling beautiful ladies and taking them back to their lairs.
You also entered the tap. No, wait.
Max, yeah, there's forms of magic that allow you to cast spells without verbal components.
Okay, so it sounds more like a metal magic thing to me than like a specific spell.
It's hard to say from the description, but there's magics like that.
And I haven't heard of like a spell that like is wordless. I know it's pretty specific, but like stuff like charm person and all that kind of shit is all verbal, right? It's like a pretty important part of it. Is you say some shit. Yeah, okay. And I'm like, I've heard some sorcerers, I believe, can adapt spells to be work in different ways. Isn't that right, Raven?
Oh yes, obviously everyone's heard of it.
Oh yes, of course. That's what I thought. But
Probably a vampire though.
But do I know roughly? Okay, so I don't know if you like. Let me say it first. So like a spell that like enthralls you completely for 24 hours. That's powerful magic. Right?
Or Arcana check is a different.
What? Another Arcana check? I didn't get it. Oh.
Different area.
Okay,
21.
fine.
Yeah, it's probably on the like it's hard to say, but like on the higher tiers of magic for sure, like 7th level or higher.
7th level or higher? Jesus, that's like real high, huh?
It would allow you to control someone for that long. There's also stuff like suggestion, which means in a very specific narrow area, they will do something for that long.
Like if I'm assuming what she just did was like attacking us, that's like that's something. Yeah. So I kind of like I should Raven like Raven. 24 hours of choosing someone's actions completely. That's magic far beyond what we're capable of yet, right?
Correct. But we do suspect the Castellantis of being like high-ranking cult members of this devil worshipping bullshit. So
that's
true. Could be powerful clerics of Asmodeus or something. I'm
still hoping that wasn't the case, but it seems like that goes less and less. Like,
what were you specifically ordered to come here to do?
Yeah, and for the past few days, what have you been ordered as well?
But what did you want in my library specifically?
Okay, sure, we can do that first.
Apparently, well, he had heard of my expertise and my success in infiltrating noble families and their houses. He used me to look into his family's perhaps enemies. I'm not quite sure. It didn't seem important, but perhaps that was part of the spell that shouldn't have been. It's hard to remember. It's like I was in a dream. I do remember what I was sent here to do. It was to look for specific objects.
And what object was that?
An image was burned into my mind. A stone with 3 indents.
Yeah, I could have guessed. That would be on my top 3 things.
Yeah. It was going to be that, or the Infernal Pyramid, which has been stolen by a gnome. Or... No, it's going to be one of those 2 things.
Okay. Jacko, I met with the Black Viper not too long ago, right?
Yeah, well, you guys all met her right before you went into the Cola Towers. She stopped you on the street.
What did she say?
She mentioned that she was still looking into the Castellantis, but that their defenses that she talked about previously seemed to have dropped. And that's
okay. And that's the only time I've seen her since it seems what she's saying has happened.
Yeah.
Okay, and we didn't actually tell her anything that she was just telling us that shit. Like, we didn't give any further
information. You did tell her that you guys were going towards Cola Towers.
Yeah, sure. Did we say what we were going there for?
No, to beat up a gang, I think.
I mean, that's true. All right, so I'm like, whoa, it sounds at least hopefully not too much trouble being made, or wasn't that like too much trouble being ridden? No, too much. Yeah, there's a word. Not too much trouble has happened based on your mind being dominated, but I'm just happy that we managed to snap you out of it and we're all in one piece. I kind of looked to Raven and Mordai.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to have had to kill you.
Yes, indeed.
Again, I'm so sorry.
Did you get my message? I sent a paper bird towards you not too many hours ago.
Oh, she kind of looks at her, looks inside of her pockets, and she does take out a letter, but it's still folded.
Good, at least they didn't get that information. Well, I guess in some ways, this isn't too terrible. I actually wanted to speak with you, and I guess now you're here, it will be slightly easier to do so.
All right,
But
I'll leave you two lovebirds to it.
Tonight,
I'm going
you get some rest.
off
Yeah.
to bed. I go.
After
stay up.
this has happened,
I
by
tell
the
them
way,
not to stay
Jacko.
up too late kissing.
Wait. Do you take her rapier with you, or did you kind of leave it up there?
Oh no, I don't. Wait, it was not fancy. I didn't even take it.
Oh, you didn't take it up the floor? Oh, okay, then I would have picked it up and then just like stuck it in my belt. And I did probably like when they head up, I'll give it back to her.
Oh,
Oh,
you
sure.
dual wield rapiers.
Yeah, Jacko. After I've seen them like go back into the bar and stuff.
Yeah, sorry, Chad. Let me circle back to you a little bit.
Yeah.
As it became more clear that combat was occurring, or like there's a kerfuffle at least,
Yeah.
quick movements and trouble. You saw the orc suddenly lurched in movements, and he moves forward off the roof. He starts like in a giant swing. You see one hand, and then he disappears.
Okay, in a way that I could follow him, perhaps.
Yeah, like you could like run over towards the front side of the roof. And, roll me another perception check.
Okay. Ah.
Okay. Yeah, you're looking out. You're pretty certain, at least, that the orc hasn't crossed the alley towards the tavern, but you've lost track of him in the shadows, like in the buildings close to you. You're not quite sure where he is.
In that case, I will not waste my time, and I'll return to the tavern.
Okay.
And that was like when combat was started to happen, or when it ended?
Yeah, no, when it started to happen.
Okay, then I'll essentially be in the tap because I'm taking my time getting there. I'll essentially be in the tap room by the time they are there as well, because combat only happened for like 10 seconds.
Yeah, and as you head towards the front door, you're still invisible, right?
Yep, definitely.
Okay, you're not sure how you missed it, but like you bump into the orc as he's like rushing into the front door.
Okay. And they're not there. Are they still there? Are they not there yet? I'm guessing.
Yeah. So no, they I'll say that happened pretty quickly. Also, you hear them going around the backside. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going after the
Wait, sorry,
I'm gonna see where the fuck he goes.
Are we still here then?
Yeah, you guys are still there.
I just want to sleep.
Check something.
What time of the night was this? Do we know? Can we figure it out? Like, we've been awake, right?
Deep in the night, at least, like 3 or 4 p.m. maybe. Oh, 3 a.m. I mean.
Oh, so I've almost time to wake up.
Can I give you a handout of how you're like actually close to him? Okay, but that gives his name as well.
It's gonna look so scary. He's like, I don't want to show this handout.
Yeah, so he bumps into you and he.
You can just show us the token from close.
Wait, like he doesn't physically bump into me, right? Like.
Well, I'll say like he gets so close to you that he suddenly stops and he seems to sniff around.
Okay. Do you want me to stealth check?
Yeah, give me a stealth check with advantage, of course.
27.
Okay. Is there a chance that he beats you? Doesn't appear to notice you.
Okay.
And then he grows unsure, maybe unsure, concerned, and then he moves over towards this window right here.
Okay,
and so
I'll
try to look between the wooden things.
Wooden things.
Yeah, the wooden things.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll quickly head around the back and go through this door. Still quietly, of course.
Sure.
Um,
So I'll check if you want to be stealthy.
I see the door open, and I'm like, that's not.
Honestly, you can use the same strategy. You just roll stealth. Oh,
That's
that's
27, I guess.
yeah.
So I'll go through, and the 4 of them is still there, right? At this point.
Yes, the four of them are still there. Yeah.
I'll before going over the threshold, so Black Viper sees me. I'll like come, like as if I come from this door, and I'll become visible again. Well,
Yeah.
that was exciting.
You don't know the half of it.
What was?
Yeah, and then I'll leave.
Where you been, man?
And then, Chad, as we're doing this, you're paying attention to like the place that you know the orc to be, right?
Yeah, I'll have like I'll look at Black Viper, but
Mhm.
like have my eyes like past it in
Right.
towards that window.
Yeah.
Where's
As you
my?
into that window, you see the form of the orc disappearing again.
Okay. I'll take a step over here and I say, one of the Xanathars is currently around.
Sentry.
One of the Sentry is currently sneaking around the place. Big orc with a longbow.
Fucking lovely. All right, everyone to go to bed. We got this. Go to bed, guys. God, you look like shit, Jet.
If we're not awake, they're not legally allowed to attack us.
Useless, Raven. You did no offense, man, but just fucking go sleep.
I go, well, I tried, and the DM said I was still in here when the orc turned
Yeah,
up.
sorry. You know, backtrack of time.
Gone.
Tom, Morda, I will say, because it's been a while, you do recognize that description with the oversized longbow.
Yeah.
This orc was in the meeting of all the heads of the Doom Raiders of the Century, like with Devil and Tasha and all that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but what kind of role did he have in there?
He didn't speak. Seemed to be. He was in the corner, just leaning against the wall, with the longbow next to him.
I'll just.
Sleep at my home, man. Holy.
I definitely agree. Just make sure not to say anything out loud. That would be sensitive information.
Sure, yeah, we'll go somewhere quiet.
Yeah, I'll like pat the Black Viper on the shoulder, and I say,
she like instinctively like moved away.
in this in this oh god damn it, I can't figure out the English word for it.
This
synonyms description.
Yeah, in the I trust you to hold to this request better than Max.
What was this? Wait, what was it? Oh yeah, quiet. Yeah, dude.
Yeah. As I go invisible and go up to bed.
I'm like, yeah,
I'll keep an eye if I see the orc immediately in the vicinity, of course. But I'll take the long way around. I'll fucking go over here and go around here. Like I'll fucking.
Yeah, and you, as you move away, Jets.
Yep.
You, Black Viper, seems to relax a little bit as it becomes just her and Max. She, she accepts the rapier and just like puts it on the table with a tired sigh.
I think we have a bit more to discuss, but maybe we should retreat upstairs so we're less likely to be interrupted.
Ooh.
Hey.
No, okay.
It seems too reasonable to me.
We must be careful.
So
like a moment, she shakes her head again, and picks up the rapier again, and puts it in her.
Yeah, I kind of lead her up to a spare room. As we're kind of walking, I'm like, I think perhaps it's best you stay here at least for the remainder of the night. If Victoria, I assume if you do not return, he will have an idea what could have happened. In that case, it's probably best to stay hidden for now.
I imagine so. He on the past is that when the sun sets, I'm ordered back. So I have time before he finds out, I believe.
I see, but this charm now, you think it's wholly gone from you?
For now, my will is my own. I am not a spellcaster. Not sure how it works.
No, I believe if it has ended, it shouldn't be able to regain control about him casting it again, but have to be
Kind of
careful.
like she kind of goes over her body and he hasn't given me a talisman or anything that they tell about in the stories.
I know, that's good to hear. So, well, at least now we know truly what side he is on, but it's not much of a relief.
I warned you before. I am very disappointed that it came to this, that we had to learn it in this way. I cannot believe I allowed myself to slip.
Kind of shrug. It's like, well, if you're in this line of work long enough, I imagine anything can happen. But it did not end up as bad as it could have. You were in control now, and it seems as if you have not wrought too much evil during your time under his control.
As I said, the previous days are hard to remember.
Well, let us hope you have not wrought too much evil then.
I do not believe I killed anyone. I can be sure of that.
Well, then you're done less evil than we have. Now, well, no one good. But like I mentioned downstairs, in a way it isn't too terrible. I did wish to speak with you. It seems the time of the final reckoning is almost at hand. Tomorrow evening, we will go and search a revolt with all the tools in our possession to achieve the task, and by the time the night is over, hopefully this business is finished one way or another.
How long was I out?
So it's been a long few days. As of now, myself and my allies have possession of some of the pieces, and Jarl Axel has the others. We have agreed to meet tomorrow evening, and I imagine much double-crossing will quickly occur, but I mean, the reason I summoned you is to ask that you would be on our side tomorrow night when this happens, and we can count on your blade.
She's kind of like thinking, taking this all in, and then says, "Oh, of course, it's the least I can do to repay for the damage that I've caused. I hope your allies can forgive me. I accept their trust and then threw it away."
Oh, we've been attacked by a dominated friend before, and they seem to be over that pretty quickly.
You have experience.
That one needed the whole brain replaced.
It's been a strange few days. It truly has. But now we are getting close to the end game. It becomes more and more difficult to keep this between few parties. I know in the beginning we wish, and I agreed, that the vault would be given back to the city, in effect, yes, to those who need it.
I agree with that in essence. I'm not sure of if they would be able to use it well currently. Corruption is rife within the government.
Understand that, but as part of our survival and how we hope to actually be able to come out this with our heads attached, and by doing as much good as is possible, we have had to, or at least myself, ally with Silverhand, the Lord of the City, and they will also have, I hope, reinforcements tomorrow during the escapade.
Silverhand herself.
Well, I'm not sure if she herself will show up, but we met with her herself, and as much as I hope I am the judge of a person, I believe she will do at least, honestly, probably more good with the gold for the city than I would myself.
I would like to think so. I've heard good things. It's hard to trust someone who is willingly accepting such a position as the Open Lord.
I agree, but at least I didn't see another option. I mean, I like to think I've come on a long way, but I'm not stupid enough to think we would stand a chance against Jarl Axel and his forces by ourselves. And no offense, but even with you, I am not confident. Even with her royal guards, I still am not 100%, which is why I think Raven will see if he has any contacts within the tower who will also be able to lend a hand. Perhaps even a Blackstaff herself.
She's taking us all in, nodding along, but she seems to be also, at least part of her is not paying close attention, and she seems to be like within herself.
I'm like,
and she said, "Wait, I met you while I was under control, Victoria. I remember looking at you, trying to scream out, but I couldn't."
None of Gaza felt like that.
Wait, you remember wait, I was trying to scream out, or you were?
No, I was trying to give attention to the fact that I was not myself.
Oh yes, there was a time near Kolat Towers we ran into you. Do you remember it? It was in the southern area city. It was perhaps just earlier.
It was just outside the tavern we actually met her on the way to Colat's Towers. So
Oh.
before we
we
actually.
were pretty close.
Okay, I was just asking
Yeah,
last night. Thanks. Is that
Um,
what you're referring to? Or is there another time?
well, I also see visions of the tavern, of earlier tonights, of keeping a watch. But no, this was different. We spoke. I remember being instructed to say things to you.
Jacko is like, I'm confused. We didn't do, in my memory, this never happened, right?
Well, she did. I mean, you guys had a conversation.
Yeah, I'm like, was it just the two of us?
No, it was all of you there. I mentioned the words still linger in my head. I mentioned that the drow that you speak of, that they were also investigating the Castellanter estate. That I saw them on the rooftops.
Oh yeah, she told us that, right? Yeah. That did happen to conversations. Yeah, I remember.
But it wasn't like that.
No.
I know. I saw Jarlaxle, the leader, exit the estate.
I see. Well, then I would say I'm glad we're taking in many people tomorrow to meeting as we can. It sounds like it might turn into a bit of a bloodbath.
I do not know the implications of this, but you will have my blade.
Thank you. I understand with so many people there, such as the Blackstaff and Royal Guard, you might not be willing to show yourself plainly, but even if you can simply be there as the ace in our sleeve, if it comes down to that, it could make the difference.
For what it's worth, I'm good at waiting for the right moment to strike. I will be there.
Excellent. Well then,
I agree with the rest of your friends that we should get some rest.
Exactly.
Is there perhaps another bed I can rest in?
Yeah, I mean, this room you can use for the night. My bedroom is somewhere else on this floor. But I would suggest you probably leave without even saying anything. The less we know, the better. But we will, I kind of think, perhaps just have sight of the tavern as soon as it becomes close to dusk. And well, I'm sure you have more years tailing people than I have had, learning how to work this part of the business. So I'm sure you will be able to take it from there.
I have had many tutors, but I'm not that experienced.
Well,
the symbol of the Black Viper may imply some things that I cannot do as of yet.
Well, I believe you will do just fine.
I thank you for your trust, even after everything that happened.
I mean, you were able to get in here and almost kill my friend, so that's some experience you gained right there.
Yes, I must admit, maybe the magic made me slip even in that regard. Normally, I am not noticed.
That is true. Well, it is getting close to morning now, and I must rest also. But hopefully, I will see you tomorrow
Crawl
evening.
through the fireplace.
This is my bedroom, I'll just crawl in.
Yeah, before you leave, she does finally take off the mask and looks you in the face and says, again, thank you.
I'd give her a nod.
She puts it on the bedside table.
Yeah, and I shut the door quietly behind me and then go to my room.
Yeah, and for the rest of the night,
Crazy.
uneventful. So you guys finally get your level up.
I wake up vitalized.
Insane, man. Jet's gonna wake up soon.
The raw power crackling
Yeah, so
through me
Jets,
now.
you obviously can still go to sleep now. You will sleep in a little bit.
It's not bad. Technically, like it would only be to like 10 a.m. right? Because you can basically do like 2 hours Overwatch and then like 6 hours. Sleep.
Yeah.
Not even that bad. That's like what I normally wake up. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, and you wake up in the morning. Let me get back to happy music.
Downstairs.
I kind of like. No, I don't even check to see if she's already left. I don't want to know. The least information, I have, the better. I just head downstairs.
Well, you can't just sit on me.
Ooh. Ooh. I didn't see that you're invisible. All right. I kind of walk downstairs and like, oh man, I feel like not like $1 million really, but like $1 million more bucks than yesterday, which was like minus $900,000.
You're a civilian there. I crack my neck and I say, forgot how it feels like to feel full of energy again.
Oh.
And we're gonna need it. Our task this evening. Turn tables on Jarl Axel.
About our nighttime visitor. She's I won't have to pay a visit later today. She be there. No, she'll be there tonight if she is needed. She'll be our ace up our sleeve, so to say.
Awesome. Well, that's one box to check.
Yes. So you're gonna go to Blackstaff today.
Yes.
I want to have a meet. I want to go see if I can get a meeting with the Open Lord. I'm sure they're easy to get. Jet, you got any friends at Pagoda you think want to get in on this little scuffle? Jet, open your mouth. Speak to us.
Yes, there will be a couple. How did we get any more time?
Oh yeah, you weren't even. Well, we have to go this evening. It sounds like that was as much as more I could stretch it.
Yeah, even that was.
If only we could get a little
We
more time
we
than
almost went from we basically went from veil threats to real threats, so that was as far as we could go. As I could go.
You wanted my time possible, and I agree that would be nice, but I'm not sure if it's safe. Every day we have these pieces, we don't use them. I worry that we're gonna lose them.
Indeed.
I could have gotten a couple more powerful friends.
Whether or not we actually end up going to the vault tonight we'll confront Jarl Axel.
That's true. That's true.
Betray him preemptively.
Oh, real bad news as well. She remembered something else while we were chatting. Jarl Axel sounds like they're actually working with the Castellantes, so maybe another powerful spellcaster to deal with tonight. But Blackstaff.
Oh,
goody.
We're gonna start a civil war in this city.
I'm not gonna do much of this, in this.
If that is the case, I need to go and speak to Baywin again. We want to speak to the dragon.
I figured we'd all go and do that this afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm never gonna say no
Okay.
to a dragon.
I suppose, yeah, so we can do that in the afternoon, I suppose.
Yeah, we still should meet
We'll
up.
have to. Best way to find the dragon would probably speak to. Oh God, what was the name? To Derek.
Did we get the name of the dragon?
Yeah, you guys. When you guys met him, he introduced himself as Zalafarn.
I could just send him a little peep bird, Tell him.
How those work underwater? Also, he might be offended.
Yeah, just those in oil, so it's waterproof.
Underwater, Jack?
That's me at the dock.
Let's look Google paper bird again. Let's see paper bird. What's it say? Names on piece of parchment. Flying. It has to fly.
You can fly.
Flights.
Flying in underwater is completely safe.
It's just a different kind of liquid,
Intercepted during a flight. Oh, if a paper bird were intercepted during flight and was prevented from moving, it immediately turned into ash.
Cool.
Yeah. Different planes of existence. It doesn't work.
Yeah, different.
Just Google paper plane underwater, see what it says.
Plane.
Put 5e in that search somewhere.
I got a lot down here.
Water 5e.
Make a melee attack.
I'm gonna take a piss. What do you think?
Way to D&D.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it doesn't.
So sad.
Uh,
So sad.
I can't actually find anything about that.
It might wait until the target is not underwater.
Before flying at all, or kind of like fly above, like where, like the area.
Yeah, it probably will remain in motion around the target, even if it's unable to get there.
So get it close as it can, basically, while flying.
Exactly.
Okay, I mean that's still pretty useful. Okay, so I'm like, yeah, I could just use like paper bird and at least give us somewhere along the way, and then we just kind of like if it works the way I think it probably does, then we can just dive down once we get there.
Instead of wasting the paper bird, we may as well just speak to Derek. He knows where it is.
Who's Derek?
It's it's one of my senior brothers who's.
Oh,
Derek. Yeah, so they've all got these fucking names, and one of them's called Derek.
You were the one who came up with this name, Chris.
Is it? Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. That does make a lot of sense. Why did I decide that he's called Derek?
Why not? If I mean, yeah.
He's a giant Goliath that makes.
Oh, I see. I am hilarious.
Shit.
Something.
I guess if I don't really need to use code, then when I send the paper birds, like merge whatever, because like it has to be opened by the right person. It like turns to ash and everything. So it's
Yeah,
like,
But I believe if you would dispel the magic, the
That is how we did it, at least.
That's-
Yeah.
the message remains.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Then I'm like, yeah, but I could just write the dragon's name on it. I can remember him, and then
Would it reach him at the bottom of the lake?
maybe. But no, you're right. But how? Wait,
I feel like the dragon deserves a personal touch.
how does Derek know?
Because he's seen it and keeping an eye on it.
I've seen it. Oh, he's keeping an eye on it. Okay.
Yeah. He's keeping an eye on the dragon and the ships and the
Good
actual
stuff.
ship.
Oh, perfect. All right. Well, yeah. Well, you can go find him when you go talk to your friends. So.
Yeah, I'll
Someone
be
needs to
heading
pick up
to
some
the pagoda. I need to
underwater
find
swimming,
Baywin
breathing
and talk to him.
potions, whatever.
Yeah, we could meet at a potion stop right in the trade ward and go from
I don't
there.
know. I can try out like in or around Blackstaff Tower, and then we can meet at the docks.
Yeah, we can meet at the docks. So what time?
I'll try and pick up the potions.
Yeah, maybe at the docks. Should be plenty of time.
Yeah, that should be plenty of time.
And Morda, you don't have any secret allies who would, I mean, I know you kind of have allies, but I'm not really sure about your allies.
I'm not entirely sure about your allies when I saw one of them, like half the night, standing just outside our house.
We don't know.
He could have been.
You don't know that, right?
I mean, he could have just been protecting.
Oh yeah, no, it.
Protecting us,
Yeah. Wait, did you
He
tell us?
did say he ran towards
Yes,
it
I told
Yeah,
you guys
got it.
specifically he's part of the
Oh, okay.
and one
Oh,
of
yeah.
Mordai's friends. as well,
Morda
yeah.
hadn't
Yeah,
mentioned.
I recognize the description. Yeah, I've seen it before. He could have been like trying to protect us in a way,
Yes, protect.
I doubt it.
I mean, he didn't attack anyone. He jumped in when there was trouble, and then when he saw there was no trouble, he left. That's how I'm seeing it.
That's how the courts will see it too. Okay, so no. friends.
I don't think there's any laws against observing a house.
Shadily from a roof with a longbow. It's a little
Yeah, I'm like,
it's lingering with intent. That is.
Well, I don't know, but in any case, I don't know, man. Like,
By the way, did
Why don't you
your Laxel? What did your Laxel say to you, by the way, other than threatening you that we were too slow? I suppose, only giving us a day. I'm thinking of a reason why we should actually listen to this one-day policy.
well,
Well, I
he
mean,
made a number of threats. He would probably come after us. If guys with cast lanterns, they will probably all come after us.
yeah, I mean, I'm
So
assuming.
if we are just like, nah, it's not gonna happen, then they'll just like burn this fucking place down.
It's also like
Outside,
not really
you know?
doing his one day thing. I mean, like the one day thing, he'd basically come here today as if we're going to do it. Like, if you're suggesting we just don't do anything, then like we're not going to get another opportunity. Like it's an opportunity when we can have almost. I mean, no offense, you guys, I'm sure really good, but we're gonna if we have like the
Well,
black.
it's just like the longer if we try and push it back again, he's just going to trust us less and less. This is our last best chance to like ambush.
I don't
Jarlaxle.
think. I think he's just
Kick his
gonna try to
ass.
kill us with like his allies if we try to push it back.
Yeah, I think we just got to
Fair
kill him
enough.
smart. Whether
I
or
guess
not we
we'll
end up
yeah,
going to
yeah.
the vault,
First.
Jarlaxle dies tonight.
He seemed very much in a hurry. You know,
In a hurry?
Might have some other business
That
around.
when I'm thinking about this might actually have something to do with the castle hunter, wouldn't it?
I imagine so, but in the end, it doesn't.
I mean,
Really
he's
matter.
almost certainly planning on betraying them, right?
He betrays.
Yes, but
Given that they
don't
need the
worry.
money to like
Probably
fix
only
their,
them.
they need the money to fix their twins, and he needs the money to get Luskan to join the Lord's Alliance. He can't do both.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. Maybe you can do both.
That's true, but he might need them for the time being, and such. He can't wait.
He's gonna betray them,
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
but we're gonna betray
He
him
still needs
first.
to. He still needs to work within the time frame for them not to turn on him before he can betray them. Anyway, I suppose we have our
Let's seek
missions in
allies.
order.
Yeah, we're gonna end up today with like 100 people. It's gonna be great.
On your left, and then the portals open, and then everyone comes.
We convinced to spare a few dozen men. We'll catch you guys at the docks.
Alright, I go off to Blackstaff Tower, Checker.
Okay, you head towards Blackstaff Tower.
But we can
yeah,
check
you go
taxi,
to-
right? It's like pretty close where the open lord is, right, to the tower.
Yeah, it's definitely close enough to carpool.
Let's share a cab. You learn any new spells last night?
I did. I
Oh, me
learned a
too.
few new spells. A couple of new spells.
I
One was-
learned how to turn people into apes, man.
That's pretty cool. I learned how to turn so invisible I can stab you and still be invisible.
That's pretty cool, man.
I
What's
also
the point?
got
It's
I
really
got a crazy new spell that I never even tried before.
Oh yeah?
I've been thinking about this, right? 'Cause the world's all strange.
Sure, yeah.
I came to Waterdeep in the first place to study the
Boy,
ley
yeah.
lines. Did I ever tell you that?
Yeah, you told me that. Wait,
A long time ago. And now I think I know how to harness their power to make your shatters really good.
I'm sorry, and I might have slipped something in Raven's cup when we read him.
Like, yeah. My shot. What are you talking about, dude? Just tell me how it works.
It's gonna suck.
It's gonna suck.
All of them into an area and then you can blow them up.
Oh, that's fucking
That
cool.
sounds pretty good.
You're a bastard.
Yeah, I'll be heading to my pagoda
What
and
happens
I'll
if you cast it
be
on
looking
this?
for Baywin.
What I mean.
Okay.
I don't know, man. It's kind of crazy. I haven't tried it yet.
Dude, we should have tried it.
Okay, he drive a pillars.
Orphanage.
Oh, God.
No, during the travel, you do see one of the main roads. Let me pull you over to the city map real quick. Is cordoned off. The driver has to go around. It's the high roads close to the Troll Skull Alley. It's cordoned off, and you see as you peer in that direction, you see like a giant. Like there's a crowd on either side of the road, and you see like a race happening from north to side. You see a lot of boxcars.
Box? What?
Boxcars, yeah.
Drive
like,
instead. You got to race to them.
and loud cheers and the crackling of the wheels.
It is
And,
like something that happens in Waterdeep. Have I like heard it? Like,
yeah, there's various events. It's not like a national holiday, but events like this are usually hosted by one of the the noble families for the common folk to enjoy.
Okay. Cool. I'm like, if only we weren't in danger of dying every day. If have to be enjoying these wondrous sights of the city.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Wouldn't that be nice?
Shame.
Shame. Why even make random encounter tables when we just die?
Okay, and you guys continue your trek. Okay, so you are heading to the tower. It is 20 minutes. We can either do like one or two separate character interactions, or we can call it here and can do that out of session so that we meet back at the docks.
I don't have to do out of session.
Could we just skip to the docks and do 20 minutes? Oh, I don't know if we would really accomplish anything in 20 minutes, but like if what we're doing separately doesn't really impact what we do at the docks, we could just like go to docks. Now. I don't know if it might.
It might do. I feel like we,
Might, probably not.
I don't mind.
No, sure. Let's get to docks.
Dude, I got 100 guards promised to us.
The black
no mention of how it went.
Well, actually, hang on, because like, okay, this sort of works, but like, I've just been to see the Black Star for the first time since like she did. So like,
yeah, that's.
I don't even know if she's like there or anything. Like,
okay, let's
you know,
let's
I don't know how to like. She's alive. I don't know if she's alive. Or like, I could turn up and say.
Yeah, Blackstaff being alive or dead might be a pretty big.
Okay.
Yeah, but he said nothing happened, so she's clearly alive.